Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's the house. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Thank goodness it's Friday night. Here we are at Pomerantz Gymnasium at Theodore Roosevelt High School here in Des Moines. Bobcats sit at 5-7. The Roughriders sit at 6-7, but 5-0 in the conference. Bobcats came off a huge win against Des Moines North, beating them 42-2. Yes, North is lower man this year. A lot of actually North's roster from last year plays on this Des Moines Roosevelt team. Easy for me to say.
Where are we at tonight?
I don't know where we are. But
You need to go back to geography class.
We're in Des Moines. This is what we know. We know where we are. We also know who
we
this
know
school,
where we are because I drove here.
Thank you very much. In the new Yukon. Thank you, Carl Chevrolet. But we know where we are. We're in Des Moines, but we also know who the school is named after, Theodore Roosevelt.
Great president.
And he famously said, speak softly, carry a big stick, and you will go far. What is the key, really, as we look at this matchup? How can the Bobcats come in with a big stick here tonight and go far?
Well, we talk about it a lot. Frankie Long, going through her. You had her on Bobcat Live. I know you gave a prediction. She'll be a 10-10 player next year. She's kind of forming into that, bits and pieces in her sophomore year, but it's kind of how everybody else is coming together around her. Morgan Hildebrand, I thought, played really well Tuesday night. A few other things. Millie Heitman's really in a groove, as well as Georgia Jansen. So I think collectively that's got to be the thing. A collective approach is bigger than just an individual.
I think that couldn't be said any better. And we're actually talking to Millie Heitman's mother, but also assistant coach Megan Heitman when we come back from the break. Bobcats have a big opportunity here in Des Moines to knock off 5-0 in conference Des Moines Roosevelt Roughriders as the Bobcats try to match their win total from last year by going 6-7. As we continue in to the countdown to tip-off, we'll be right back with assistant coach Megan Heitman.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Welcome into the countdown to tip-off. I'm here with assistant coach Megan Heitman, coming off of kind of a breather after losing some games, tough matchups, injuries, 42-2, holding North scoreless for over 3 quarters. How was that from the sideline?
I mean, it's always good to win. It was kind of an awkward game just because, North doesn't have the numbers that they have this year. In fact, our JV right now is playing a decent number of North varsity players from last year. It was a good morale booster, and I think it was a good game to have, especially during finals week when everybody's a little bit stressed, just to kind of have the stress and see the ball go in the basket. I think that's going to help our confidence hopefully tonight.
And this being a big week, you have those 3 games, but Monday, Tuesday night, I know talking with Murphy on Monday night, really the effort he didn't think was there from top to bottom, but he pointed out Millie Heitman gave a really good effort. I thought Monday night followed it up with another good game this week, averaging 11.5 points. I know you have a rooting interest, but also as a coaching interest. What have you seen the development of Millie this year?
Well, I think she's finally getting comfortable doing things in school ball that she was doing in attack in the summer. She was at the basket more because she was more of a post player, but she was also finishing a lot more. And we've been telling her, you got to find those opportunities to finish and get to the basket, and her teammates have been telling her. And I think that's finally soaking in, and that she can actually get there, that she doesn't just have to facilitate all the time. And then once she starts doing that, then some of those passes will be more open for her as well.
Yeah, and you look at the stat sheet with her, 5 points, 5 rebounds, couple steals, a block here, 3 assists. It really is a stat stuffer, and when Frankie or Georgia or others come along, it just makes them that much stronger. And tonight you're going to need everybody on board. This is a good Roosevelt team. Olivia Bailey's the name that's been here year over year, but a new name, Kiki Walker, who played at Valley last year, leads them in scoring. What can you tell us about Roosevelt and what they pros to you this night?
They're going to be a tough team. They have roughly 9, I think, that they put in their rotation, and a lot of them have played varsity somewhere before. They don't quite have the chemistry as a team that's played together for a long period of time, but they're going to be deep, and the fact that we're not deep is we're going to get tired, so we're going to have to weather that storm. They will also press, and they will be physical, so I think it's actually a good matchup. Again, if we can handle the press and handle the basketball and not turn it over and get them into a half-court game, we have a better shot.
Yeah, looking at that half-court defense has been really stellar for the Bobcats. One of the things is coming into this year, who was with Amara Johnson going down, who is going to be that guard behind Millie Handler. And Morgan Hildebrand leads the team in three-point shooting percentage. A lot of good things. What can you say about Naya and Morgan, those freshman guards that come off the bench?
They've helped a lot and a little bit thrown into the fire, like we have a tendency to do sometimes. But I think that they're getting a lot more maturity now, having gone through half the season, that they are, really feeling comfortable with the girls. And I think at least every other girl on varsity has told Morgan to shoot it at least once every time she catches the ball. And so she's finally kind of taken that to heart and really being aggressive going to the basket, and that's great. And to get Naya to come in and really give you a spark off the bench on defense. She loves playing defense and loves getting on the ball and creating some havoc. So just having that spark come off the bench and have somebody, take a break for a couple minutes is just really invaluable this year.
Well, good luck tonight. Bobcats go after their 6th win against a 5-0 in conference Roosevelt Roughriders team. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Welcome back into Pomerantz Gymnasium here at Des Moines Roosevelt. And let Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. Starting with the 6-7 Roosevelt Roughriders, 5-0 in the conference. Really the highlight is number 10, the Valley transfer junior, Kiki Walker, leads them in scoring at 13.2 points per game while shooting over 43% from three-point land. Now for your Marshalltown Bobcats, sitting at 5-7, fresh off a 42-2 win over North, and really highlighting number 20, Millie Heitman, averaging 11.5 points a game this week. Overall, 6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, while really stepping into her game. She has been fantastic. Also look at Frankie Long. She's going to have a big night for the Bobcats to win. And that has been your starting lineup. When we come back, it's ready for tip as the Bobcats look to go to 6-7. Roosevelt looks to go in 7-7 here at Des Moines Roosevelt. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
When the sun goes down, you can find me tearing up downtown with the high beams. No need for review when they can catch you.
Hayes going to drive into the paint. Floater. Count that bucket. It's good. Frankie Long just rips it away and goes up strong. 3-on-1 all the way. Yes.
By Millie Heitman looking for the right-handed layup up off the glass. Welcome back in. We're getting ready for tip. Frankie Long against Olivia Bailey, last year's leading scorer for Roosevelt, now second on the team, and she'll control the tip. And starting with it is Brianna Milliken, the senior 5'6" guard, drives in unopposed. Now kick around top of the key, back to Milliken. Milliken lines up a 3, back iron no good. Rebound's going to be tracked down by Bailey. She kicks it over to Ladinsky. Ladinsky met by Frankie Long, who walls up against her. Ladinsky looking in, gets topside to Lee. Lee handoff. It's a 3-ball up off the glass. Brianna Milliken with her first 3 points.
Bank is open, Dylan.
It is Friday night.
24-7.
Got to get that cash out so you can get to the clubs.
Milliken, a 33% three-point shooter, and Bobcat's going to try to answer here.
Ellie Hughes, left-handed dribble, top of the key, and they're going to say she traveled. She drug her pivot foot trying to swing the bounce pass over to Millie Heitman. Bobcats with an unforced turnover 51 seconds into this one.
Well, give Roosevelt credit. 11 turnovers per game. Bobcats averaging 24. They cannot do that here tonight to be successful. I know Coach Heitman talked about that, but this is a team, if they stay aggressive, they are definitely going to stick around.
And you see another 3 ball. This one's up off the glass, but no good. Hughes gets the rebound. Kinsley Bowie's going to be closely guarded by Milliken, just pressing on the ball. Bowie picks up the basketball, gets it to Heitman. Heitman yo-yo dribbling on Bailey. Looks inside to Long. Long gets it. Great left-handed layup off the glass.
Beautiful. That's how you do it. That's how you beat Jalea Lee. I mean, she's just as big as size-wise as Frankie Long. They stand about the same height. And so, that's going to be a good battle we keep our eye on throughout the night here tonight. Dylan, let's take a look at our keys to the game, all brought to you by First Rate Real Estate. And, of course, for the Bobcats, a little Fred Durst. Keep rolling. I've got a stat for you here. Bobcats won back-to-back games earlier this year against South Tama and Lincoln, and then also East and Hoover. That's the first time the Bobcats have won 2 consecutive games back-to-back since January 5th and 6th of 2009. So this is a team accomplishing some here. Meanwhile, for the Roughriders, Walker 500 miles, we keep the music theme going as Frankie Long misses a runner here. But, Walker's really kind of that key, as well as you talked about her, the transfer from Valley. But for the Bobcats, just keep it going. Keep that momentum going. Feed off the wins. Everything's contagious. Can they get the tough assignment taken care of here tonight on the road?
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes with Frankie Long. Kinsley Bowie passes it in basically to herself. She's bumped on the baseline. It's going to be an unforced turnover on Kinsley Bowie. She went to pass it, and the ball just kind of slipped through her fingers. And Walker, number 10, just throws it right on back to Milliken. Milliken guarded by Georgia Jansen, top of the key. Long arm of the law knocks it away there, and it's going to be a foul as Ellie Hughes got tied up with Ladinsky right on the baseline, and foul will be on Hughes, her first. Sideline inbounds, gets it right back to Milliken. Over to Ladinsky, left-handed dribble to Olivia Bailey. Now gets it back into Milliken's hands, out to Lee. Now a drive to the hoop for Ladinsky, up off the glass, no good. Here comes Heitman, head up, dribble, surveying the court. Hand off to Jansen. Jansen, one dribble, picks it up. And then just gets it ripped away by Walker. Walker dribbles out now, drops it off to Milliken. Over to Ladinsky, guarded by Hughes. Walker's got it one-on-one with Bowie. Bowie averaging almost 2 steals per game. Gets the tough defensive assignment tonight. Ladinsky takes it and then has to pick up her dribble. Finds Lee. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Jansen playing good defense, but lines up a 3-ball, no good. Inside the rim, rebound is gonna, Frankie Long's gonna end up getting it, and the foul's gonna go on Kenna Ladinsky. The junior 5'7" forward picks up her first foul of the night. Really like the hustle from the Bobcats.
Hustle intensity has been good. Yeah. Now what do? You get the ball back, have a chance to take the lead back, and I think again, find a way to get Frankie the ball. Yep. She sets a screen and moving right there. Unfortunately, just kind of ran up into it, and unfortunately, going to be a foul. Her first of the night. Dylan, I don't know. Did you set too many illegal screens in your day? I would imagine if you tried to, you got ran over.
So what I found is, being 5'7", if you set the pick, and this is before they really called blindside screens, if you could get them up underneath, they'd never know you were there. And so I never got called for it.
So you were throwing in a little rib shot there.
Oh, yeah. I used to box out the side of big guys' knees.
Wow. Former pastor, folks.
That's right. Still dabble on the side. As Bailey misses a 3, she now gets in the lane. Up off the glass, she's going to get a blocking foul. Are they going to give her the shots on that? Looks like the foul.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, it looks like baseline right.
All right, they're going to call.
I just saw Mike Apple in the house. Looking good tonight.
Yeah, he's got that haircut. One watching Coach's interview with Megan Heitman. I need one. It's time to get those sides.
They're a little rough around the edges. I wasn't going to say anything, but
I was supposed to get a haircut today. The barber was full, so I had to wait till Tuesday. Roosevelt will inbound it inbounds, gets it to Walker, over to Ladinsky. Right-hand dribble. Gets it back to Bailey, who swings it over to Milliken. Now Walker, top of the key. Looked like she might have shuffled the shoes, but no call. Now inbound for the first time as Hackley comes in. No good. Hackley averages 8.5 points off the bench, and she's a great three-point shooter as well. Watch out for number 24. For the Bobcats, Morgan Hildebrand, the freshman, comes in, number 13, leading the team in three-point shooting at 30%. And that's going to be a
there you go, Millie.
Heitman gets it. Good call, timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout from the Bobcats. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hi Bobcats, this is Amara Johnson and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
I think this ref has got money on this game.
I will say, don't go racing to conclusions on who that might be.
Jerry Van Sickle.
Marshalltown
that is right.
Speedway fame right there.
Yeah, that is for sure. He is he's a man of many talents. As he's giving the timeout for the floor to be cleaned after there was a little scrum. Now, he's got a nice haircut.
Yes, he is.
By the way, he's looking good.
Maybe Great Clips would have gave us a 2-for-1. Heitman guarded by Bailey. Heitman looking inside. Nice pick and roll to Hughes. Blocked from behind from Bailey. Man alive. Like the offensive sets, just need to execute. Gets to the top of the key to Milliken, over to Bailey. Now in the corner to Ladinsky. Here comes Walker. Looks at the three, but Kinsley Bowie meets her there. Little weave top action. Milliken looks at a three. Back cut to Ladinsky. Kick out to Walker. Lines up a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Hughes.
I just have to say that I'm not usually critical of the officials, but I'm going all in here tonight.
Great post by Frankie Long.
That is how you do it, folks.
She buried Walker underneath the basket.
Well, yeah, and then you know that you have an advantage height-wise, and she did not hesitate. I just loved it. She went right up.
Look at Hackley and Heitman over there. Looks like Apple and me doing a post-game interview. Hackley gets in there. She's got two. It's 5-4 Rough Riders. Heitman, dribble drive, going to pick up the foul on Olivia Bailey. And that will be the third team foul on the Rough Riders. Actually, the second team foul on the Rough Riders here tonight. Lott's going to come in. Georgia Jansen's going to return. It's still Hackley, Milliken, Ladinsky, Bailey, and Walker for the Rough Riders.
Oh, wow.
We have been waiting for this.
Is this the Bobcat bump, Dylan?
This might be
six in the first quarter.
I love it. We have been waiting for Frankie Long to assert her size on the offensive end.
Maybe your pep talk last night paid off.
Well, I was talking to Murphy off air. It's like, does she know how good she can be? He's like, no. So I thought I'd just speak it into existence. Kick
Sometimes
out to
you
Heitman.
have to.
Looks right back at Georgia Jansen. Rip under. Gets it up off the glass.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bailey's second foul. That's a big foul.
Who is this 44 for Marshalltown, Dylan?
She's Frankie Long, and you better recognize the only person I've ever seen have a 2010 game where points were not a part of it.
We just see it, and I hope this is a coming out party here tonight.
Frankie Long misses that one. 42% free throw shooter on the year.
I got to say again, Jerry is – I've never seen Jerry this professional.
No, I haven't. It's a different thing. He's I haven't seen him this quiet.
That too.
Hoda Muhammad comes in, first time in the game, the junior 5'5" guard. Back iron.
Now I wish we brought the wireless mics in so I could get some comment from the official.
Walker struggles to get it, but she's able to track it down back to Milliken. Great back cut by Ladinsky. Georgia Jansen wasn't even looking. It's going to be 9-6, 1:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Bowie's guarded closely by Walker, gets the pick from Hildebrandt. She's going to be fouled by Walker. That'll be the fourth team foul on Roosevelt. Next foul.
I also think that why we're such big Frankie Long fans is that she was blessed with something that we weren't.
Yeah.
Height.
Yeah. It's just like we just look at 6'2". You just walk in the room, you're 6'2".
Wow. It's true. Tall people get noticed more.
Yes, they do.
Not as easy to overlook like us.
Georgia Jansen, nice straight line drive, can't finish, but rebound by Milliken gets it up to Walker. She just lines up a three ball, no good, but Hackley, only 5 foot, gets the rebound. She's got a nice little handle to her. Walker, another chance, that's going to be short. Rebound, Ladinsky, and now it's in the corner to Hackley. Hackley lines up a three back iron, no good. Bobcats have got to rebound the basketball. A look as Mohammed's going to be short. And finally, the Bobcats get it. Oh, my goodness.
I think that was, 4 offensive rebounds in a row there?
Yes, it was. Jansen's going to get called for a travel.
And that's something that the Bobcats easily lead. They average 7 more rebounds a game than Roosevelt.
Well, and this shows you just how important Frankie Long is. Frankie Long is on the bench right now. They have a lot of length, the Bobcats, but not a lot of size outside of Frankie Long. Kick out, lined up by Ladinsky. 3-ball, too strong. Rebound, Heitman. Bobcats have 11 seconds left to go. Gets it up to Bowie. Bowie looks at a 3, dribble drive. She gets bumped, she drops it down, and I think she walked too. Yeah. Heitman, short, gets the rebound. Up off the glass, no good. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Kinsley switched pivot foots there.
Yes.
But regardless, rebound, and I think definitely got a shot here tonight.
Yeah, rebound. Frankie Long's got 6. Bobcats down 9-6 at the end of 1.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
We've got a fast-moving first quarter. Bobcats down 9-6. Let's take the opportunity to check out some scores from around the state, Brandon.
All right, 5A action here tonight. No scores really coming in as of right now, but Waterloo East is taking on Des Moines East here tonight. Southeast Polk and Waukee, Valley and Waukee Northwest, Johnston and Ankeny, Ankeny Centennial and Dowling, a really good one right there. Ames and Lincoln, also games we're keeping an eye on here tonight in Class 5A. And 9-6, our score right now. Roosevelt on top of Marshalltown. Now back to Dylan Dose.
Thank you, Brandon. Millie Heitman gets a duck into Frankie Long, but it's knocked away by Milliken. One of the things we really saw in that first quarter, Bobcats hung onto the ball pretty well and found Long in the post.
Really nice play, especially early on there for Frankie's first bucket. She got the defender kind of biting on the pass, and she just turned around, went right up to it. So just great, and hopefully continue to see that. She did spend a little bit of time on the bench. She is playing with 1 foul, but all 6 of the Cats' points early on here.
And you look at Frankie Long, She's been all the offense here tonight, but Heitman gets it to Jansen. Jansen blocked by Lee, but they're going to call a foul. And Lee will pick up her first foul on the night, foul of the quarter.
Got to say that was actually a little cleaner than maybe I think the officials saw it. But
yeah,
and we're right here. We're actually courtside, folks. We would love to be courtside at home, but we're not. But that's okay. We could probably. We could probably find a spot.
We could
just not in the front row. I hear that's not where you're supposed to be, Dylan.
I've been reminded of that about 17 times. There is
a game.
A game, exactly. And we have a first or second grader on the front row down there, and no one to yell at her. Second one is up, and it's going to be in and out. Rebound is going to be Mohammed.
The band is actually very close to the court, too.
The band is on the field. Get it to Milliken. Hackley gets it. Nice pick from Lee, who opens up. Oh. Thought she might have got away with a walk, but didn't ever have full control.
Oop-de-doo right there before she dribbled. But
Wilt Chamberlain was not my dad's favorite player. He used to say Wilt would airball a 4-foot shot by 2 feet. Lee airballed a 2-foot shot by 4 feet. Walker gets it back, and that's a 3-ball that looks good, but it's going to be strong. And it's going to stay with the Riders. Yes, Frankie Long's pointing. It did hit the shot clock. It did hit the shot clock. You could tell the shot clock moved a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
are you questioning the structural integrity of the new shot clock?
No, I was questioning the vision of being able. Nice cut by Walker gets 2. That's where somebody's got to talk there. No one said anything. And a back cut for Walker for 2. Oh, my goodness.
Good dump off. Millie's first.
Millie Heitman with a really nice little Steve Nash-esque dribble under the hoop to pass.
Yeah, I thought she was going for long there. That's why I said, ooh, because I thought she was off. But then here comes Kinsley.
Nice cut off the ball by Kinsley.
Good forced turnover there.
She's averaging 6 a game. Now looking, could she get 4? No good. Rebound, Millie Heitman. We got a tied ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 11-11, 6:20 left to go in the first half. Hackley, nice little up and under. That's a big foul right there. That's number 2 on double 4s. You see it right there. Millie Heitman drop down pass up off the glass and good.
Yeah, that was a great cut. Good find.
And then Millie comes right back to get a bucket of her own. Hackley up, and that's going to roll in and is good. Hackley on the year is shooting 70% from the line. And it's going to be a timeout. It's 12-11 with a free throw to go here in the second quarter on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kinsley Bowie, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Looking at Kinsley Bowie there. Kinsley Bowie has 2 points on the night. She's also drawn the toughest matchup. She's guarded Walker. Walker leading the Rough Riders in scoring at over 13 points a game. Only has 2 here tonight.
Yeah, the shot has not been falling tonight for the Roosevelt Roughriders. They've had plenty of clean looks, especially outside the perimeter, and they just have not gone down. They've even had multiple offensive rebounds that have not resulted in any points here tonight, Dylan. That's key, because if they get that turned around, that could spell a little bit of trouble for the Cats if they don't clean up the rebounding.
Hackley up again. The 70% free throw shooter goes 2 for 2 from the line. And now there's an extension as Hackley mans up Bowie quickly, but they get it into Jansen, who's guarded by Ladinsky. Nice pick from Long, but Jansen just loses the basketball. Here comes Hackley. Hackley gets it over to Ladinsky, who doesn't take the shot. Down over to Milliken. Dribble drive. Gets cut off by Heitman. Back over to Walker. Hand off to Milliken. Back to Ladinsky. Over to Hackley, guarded by Hildebrandt. Nice job by Hildebrandt. Little bit of a floater. Trey Young, she's got 6.
Yeah, just a little bit of a transition on the defense. Nobody picked her up.
And that's a big thing. Some bigs gotta switch over on that, but she's got it all in her bag. 5 foot. And it's going to be a jump ball. Jump ball arrow will go to the Rough Riders.
Hackley's got that bulldog, Dylan.
She's got that dog in her. She's a good ball player. Like, she's got the
she's
handles.
skilled. Yep.
And it's one of those things that being at 5 foot, guarded by often by Heitman or someone much longer than her, she can almost get lost because they're looking over her. As
like a Maurice Jones-Drew in the running back field.
Ooh, that's a great comp. It's going to be a backcourt violation on the Rough Riders. Bobcats.
Everyone's Googling Maurice Jones-Drew.
Oh,
the pride of
UCLA.
UCLA.
UCLA,
yep.
Yeah. Iowa plays UCLA here tonight at 8 o'clock. Morgan Hildebrandt guarded.
That is not streaming on KFJB-TV, by the way.
It is on 12:30 KFJB. It's why we're only on KFJB-TV tonight. The YouTube, it makes it much more, the regulations are more lax.
Copyright kind of gets in the way of things. Kind of.
Oh, Heitman, nice drive. Scoop shot. Just off the rim and in. She's got 4. Bobcats cut into this 4-point lead. It's 15-13.
Her spatial awareness has just gotten so much better year over year.
Oh, Lee walked, and they're going to call it. Oh, it was a nice dump off. Bobcats defenders rotated well.
Yeah.
And Lee thought she had an easy bucket, but quickly had a turnover.
She's still not happy about it in the backcourt.
No. Oh, Jans.
Oh, good idea. Just too strong.
The run out gets it to Ladinsky for 2. They were about 6 inches away from tying this thing up. Instead, it's a run out for Ladinsky. She's got 6. Heitman gets it knocked away by Milliken. Milliken crossover, gets it to Ladinsky. Ladinsky up off the glass, too strong. I think she was thinking Millie in the long arm of the law might get her. Heitman turns it over. Walker bounce pass to Milliken. She kicks it out, top of the key to Ladinsky. Walker lines up a 3. Too strong, rebound Heitman. And it's going to be a timeout. We'll take it with them. Bobcats down 4 with 4 to go in the first half.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back into KFJB-TV. I'm Dylan Doze. This is Brandon Lewis. Bobcats down 4 minutes to go. What are you looking in this last 4 minutes before the half?
Well, really, they got to go inside. They've been just off on some of their passes inside, getting it to Frankie Long, and they really got to make sure that those are crisp. But a year ago in this matchup, it was not close, and there again, a pass right on cue, just a hair off the mark. That's on the mark. Kinsley's going up for an easy layup. They've just a step off in that direction, but you clean that up. I mean, it's hard to believe last year, they were ran out of the gym in their last meeting, 46-13. This much different here tonight.
Yeah, Bobcats dribble drive. Milliken gets it to the corner to Olivia Bailey, who has not done much anything here tonight, has 2 quick fouls. And just off the bench for the first time is Gomar Billum, shooting from the line 64%. The 5'11 sophomore played sparingly last year as a freshman. Shot's going to be up and good. Bobcats down 5. Really feel like this is a time where, you got to stay in it. You got to be able to execute, not have wasted opportunities. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Hughes. For the Bobcats, it's all starters except for Hildebrandt's in for Jansen. Bowie gets it, guarded closely by Milliken, and that trap causes a turnover. Gets up to Hackley. Hackley up to Billum. Bowie with the big block.
And not the height advantage right there. I think Billum thought she was alone, and Kinsley came from behind and swatted that. Great defensive hustle. Bobcats really nice job to save an easy bucket right there.
And it's going to be Ladinsky firing it into Hackley. Hackley may not start, but she plays starter minutes. As it's knocked away, but Roosevelt's able to get it back. Milliken dribble drive, meets Frankie Long, kicks it out to Hackley, guarded by Hildebrandt. Gets into the lane. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a foul on Long. That's her third, and it was unneeded.
Yeah, I mean, she just drove right into her right there. I mean, she was baiting the contact, trying to scoop and score.
There you see the block from Kinsley Bowie just hustling down.
This has been the bugaboo for Frankie. Why she doesn't get in a rhythm is because she does find herself in foul trouble, especially early on in games. And I feel like it mostly impacts kind of the third quarter. She's going to play no matter what in the fourth, but that's when teams sometimes you feel like out of halftime they take advantage of the Cats because they know that Long's, playing with 2-3 fouls in that third quarter.
And you look at, you can't play as free when you have those fouls in the back of your head. Hackley's been the difference here tonight. She's already got 8, averages 8.5 on the year. Heitman guarded by Bailey. Takes her off the dribble. I think Hildebrandt kind of cut out too quickly on that. She gets a free throw line jump shot up off the iron, no good, and it's gonna go to the Rough Riders. Was off of Kinsley Bowie there. 2:41 left to go as Kiki Walker comes back in, and she's gonna be in for Olivia Bailey. Walker so far in the night has 2, and it's gonna be a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. 2:41 left to go. Bobcats down 7.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome back into Pomerantz Gymnasium here at Des Moines Roosevelt. Bobcat basketball as Kinsley Bowie looks to inbounds underneath their own hoop. Looking in, sees Heitman on the cut, doesn't get it. Rebound, Jansen doesn't get it. Now it's back to Heitman, back to Jansen, who's fouled by Kiki Walker. And that'll be Walker's second foul of the night. You feel like Heitman should have probably just went up with that.
Yeah, she probably had the better angle, better opportunity, but trying to play a little unselfish basketball still results in a good outcome. As Jansen with 2.
And she made 1 out of 2 her first time to the line, misses the first one. And on the year, Jansen is shooting just under 50% from the foul line. And makes the second one. Bobcats get back in the scoring column.
You won't see that it hit all sides of the iron in the scoring column, Dylan.
It all counts the same. Kick save and a Butte.
Well, she does play soccer.
I love that she just turned around, smiled, and shrugged her shoulders.
Having fun here tonight, Dylan.
Inbound by Ladinsky. It's Ladinsky gets it out to Hackley, guarded by Hildebrandt. She gets it to the cutting Savannah Kuhl in for the first time, out to Milliken. And that's off the chest of Billum. But, oh, great rip under, up off of the glass. Oh, my goodness, that was a great low post move by Billum.
Yeah, she has 3 tonight, and looks like she can maybe be a little bit of a difference maker off the bench.
Millie's passing to a point and not to a person as Georgia Jansen travels again. It really feels Bobcats were down 15-13, and it was just missed on a pass. There you see, oh my goodness, got Heitman up. That's a great move. But they just missed on a pass that would have tied it, and it was a run out to make it 17-13. That kind of feels like it's a little bit of the shift here in the second quarter.
And Frankie's been on the bench for a while.
That would be the other one. Hackley, oh my goodness. Yeah, looked like it was going to be a bump and a bucket, but they called the travel first. Bobcats dodge one there. As it looks, Roosevelt's going to extend pressure a little bit. Roosevelt's really one of the few teams in the state that match Marshalltown's length.
Russian passes right now. You got to really key in.
It's going to stay with the Bobcats here on the jump ball. But you're exactly right. Feels everything's rushed. They're not passing to a person. They're just, what are they supposed to do? And it feels like they're passing without really understanding where everyone is. Bowie's going to pass it in. Gets it into Hughes. Hughes guarded by Ladinsky. Gets it to Hildebrandt, guarded by Hackley. The lefty just gets it ripped away. You can't bring it down right in front of her. Oh, right down to Billum again. Billum turnaround jumper, good. Roughriders up 10. This one's getting away from the Bobcats a little bit before the first half.
Yeah, and as Hildebrandt gets older too, she'll, get that head up when you're dribbling, all those key little things, so that doesn't happen.
Heitman, oh my, Hackley is ruining the Bobcats. And it's going to be a big bump and a big bucket for Ladinsky. Ladinsky now has 8 on the night, looking for 9. Ladinsky on the year is just shooting 41% from the foul line. And that's
Bowie picking up her first.
Bowie gets her first foul of the night. And that one's up and no good. Bobcats 22 seconds left to go as Hughes gets it up to Jansen. Jansen guarded closely by Kuhl. And Hughes gets it knocked over the top. Ladinsky just taking it away. Bobcats not finishing strong whatsoever. Ladinsky's got 10. Gets it into Jansen, back to Bowie. And that's going to do it for the first half. Bobcats end on a 13-1 run by Roosevelt Roughriders. 28-14, Bobcats down 14 as we go into the half here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown. Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Dairy Queen has so many fantastic treats and delicious food, it's hard to know what to order first. So we're asking Marshalltown Mikey to help us decide. From burgers, baskets, and sides to blizzards, cakes, and more, both Marshalltown locations are serving up everything you love.
Right now, enjoy the Cheeseburger Lovers. 2 singles for $5 and 2 doubles for $7. Blizzard of the month is Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard.
I'm gonna need more time.
Get Dairy Queen delivered or at both Marshalltown locations.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome into halftime as the Special Olympics will have a special game at halftime. Always an incredible moment to see this, and our Special Olympians getting an opportunity to compete. But as we look back in from the first half, Bobcats, it was 15-13 with about 6 minutes to go in that second quarter. And then the Roughriders opened it up on a 13-1 run to finish the half. But looking at the first half and the key scores for the Bobcats, Kinsley Bowie had 2, but it all started right there. The dive to the basket, great heads up, and then right after that, Millie Heitman got her first 2 as she ended the first half with 4 points. Number 23, Georgia Jansen, went 2 for 4 from the line. She's got 2 points. And then in that first quarter, it all started with 44 in the middle, had 6 big, quick points for the Bobcats. You see the miss, and there's Millie Heitman with her other 2 points. Now you flip it over to the Roughriders. 2 leading scorers for the Roughriders, Kiki Walker and Olivia Bailey, totaled only 2 points and 4 fouls collectively in the first half, but it all came down to the other players. You see right there, there's Gillum coming off the bench. She gave him a big lift. She had 5. And then Hackley, who averages 8.5 off the bench, she had 8, but was a defensive menace as well. But it was Ladinsky, the off guard, number 3, had a big first half with 10, and point guard Milliken had 3 points as well. When we come back, we will have a Cat Connection presented by State Farm, Tyler Prashong Agency in Marshalltown, mtownproud.com.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography, swimming, and radio. He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
That's right, it's our Cat Connection, all brought to you by mtownproud.com. Tyler Prashong, State Farm Agency, now joined by Junior for the Marshalltown Bobcats, Kinsley Bowie. Kinsley, I got to say, I was proud of you at a recent Bobcat Live because you were the only one in the group to say Ames, the biggest rival, that you like to take them down. Now, obviously, ladies didn't defeat Ames, but did some really nice things in that game, and the season's just kind of progressed here, doing some really good things, maybe get Amara Johnson back. How do you kind of feel like rest of the season down the line as far as the momentum going here for the ladies?
I think we're in like that kind of like part of the year where it's kind of like blah, but I think we're going to get back up and just keep fighting back to get more wins as the season goes on.
Yeah. You've obviously missed a little bit of time with the fracture, but you've come back and gotten in the mix. How is that as an athlete? I know your brother Jackson kind of dealt with an injury and he had to battle back, and you as well too. So that process and kind of staying positive and looking forward to the future of getting back out there.
It's always hard to come back, but you just gotta push through it and try your best and just keep going. Don't give up.
So this is your junior year. You've been playing since your freshman year. What would you say your biggest aspect of your game has improved since your freshman year?
Defense, I think, and confidence is the most.
Yeah. Well, you get a little confidence. You start knocking down some of those shots. What's better, hit a home run in softball? We saw you do that a couple years ago, or knock down a big three?
A big three, probably.
I don't know. That home run, I think it was Waterloo East you hit a home run. Yeah, that was pretty fun to call that night. All right, so, when you look at this core, you're always out at Bobcat Live. We love seeing all the ladies out there. You were out there for volleyball as well. How fun is it to be a Bobcat with your teammates?
I love it. It's fun. Yeah. It's close. I'm close to all the girls, and it's just a fun time to go outside of basketball and do stuff with them.
Awesome. What other activities are you involved in? Are you going to play softball this summer?
I don't know about softball. But basketball, volleyball, I might do track. Okay. I don't know. Okay. And softball's a maybe still.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll eagerly await to see if you're out there behind the dish catching, okay? All right. Best of luck rest of your year.
Thank you.
All right. That is Kinsley Bowie with our Cat Connection right here on KFJB-TV.
I'm Tyler Pashong, MHS graduate in 2008.
And I'm Justice Richardson, 2020 Marshalltown graduate.
My family, along with the entire agency, are happy to play a small part in a community that cares so much about each other.
At Tyler Pashong State Farm, our goal is giving back to the community. There are many current and former Bobcats giving back through donating, volunteering, coaching, and just being a great neighbor and friend.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you and town proud.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com.
Welcome back in. As you see, the cheer squad that was out at Wayward Social last night did a great job. Got to talk to Val Corson, the coach of Marshalltown Cheer. It was a great time at Wayward. But now it's time for halftime adjustments. Halftime coverage is brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on, online at scoutingiowa.org. Brandon, you look at these adjustments for the second half. What are you looking at specifically for the Bobcats to get back in this one?
Really, it just comes down to turnover and execution. Executing some of these passes, they've had ladies open but have sailed them out of bounds. You execute those. You find Frankie some good opportunities earlier. Kind of push back. Frankie's in a little bit of foul trouble playing with 3, but why not give it right back to Lee? Get her in a little bit of foul trouble, as well as Billum, who has come in here and looked really good off the bench. So really, it's just cleaning up those just error-free basketball, and you're right back into this one. The concern is, you let that second quarter linger into the third, and then all of a sudden you're not doubled up by 2 touchdowns. It's 3, and things are getting out of hand here tonight. So Bobcats really got to start strong in the second half.
Yeah, those first 4 minutes will be huge. There you see a 3 ball, almost, number 34 almost brought it home. A lot of great action from the Roosevelt Special Olympians here tonight. They've had a lot of good opportunity. Back iron, no good. But when we come back, we will have the second half as the Bobcats look to get into this lead and to take the Rough Riders to the limit. You're watching halftime here on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
As we look in again on some more Special Olympian opportunity and play right there. Another big bucket. Everyone's scoring here for the Des Moines Roughriders as the clock continually winds down. We've got about 15 seconds. A breakaway up off the glass, and it's good. That's his second bucket in a row. Number 34 is having himself a night. Big shout out to all the staff and the coaches that make this happen. And there's 0.6 seconds. They're going to make this one happen as number 63 brings it up, the point guard, rocking the, looks like a Nike Panda Lows, but may not be. She's going to look into a shot, gets that couple dribbles, couple more dribbles, power up, just outside. Let's see if we can get this one in here. That one's up off the iron and no good. One more. And that's going to do it. Great showing from the Roosevelt Special Olympians here tonight. But one thing I was thinking of, Brandon, as we were just looking at that, I think we would be remiss. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about the death of just a legend, a broadcasting legend. Also co-star of Mr. Belvedere, the wonderful Bob Uecker. Do you have any, as you grew up, what is your Bob Uecker memory? Is it as a Milwaukee Brewers broadcaster? Is it as an actor? What is it?
Mostly as an actor. I mean, I enjoyed listening to some Brewers games on the radio to Bob Uecker, but you know, he's one of those guys that I feel like we've lost a little bit in the broadcasting side. You know, there's guys you look to like Harry Callis, who's passed away as well, Vince Scully, you know, just icons and people who really people enjoyed them because it was much more than just them calling the game or trying to get on a highlight reel. They connected with people. Bob had an unusual way of doing things. Yeah. He might have had a few beers during the game.
Yeah. But he was never without his pants like Harry Carey.
That is true. That is true. But that's what makes those guys so special. But yeah, it was interesting because over the past couple of years, I even wondered. But he was only calling, you know, like.
And they were all home
3-4 games, 3-4 innings a game, and they would rotate innings and stuff like that. But yeah, when guys like that pass away, it's amazing because you know, really what we do is an art, and you know, I don't consider myself to be a special broadcaster by any means, but I try to be real and try to be authentic and really enjoy what we do, and I really like hearing the stories and backgrounds of those broadcasters because you know, there's a reason why we do it, you know. For me, I wasn't good enough to play at the next level, so I might as well call games.
Like I tell my youngest all the time, I'm 43 and get to be around basketball all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm athletically gifted, but doing this. And one thing I love about Bob Uecker, because everybody has their different style, is Bob Uecker was both very knowledgeable about the game, but also hilarious. And I always look at him as like, hey, your humor could actually be an open door to people learning about things. And I will say my temporary Facebook profile for 24 hours was Andre the Giant choking Bob Uecker at a WrestleMania. And that's Mr. Belvedere. For those of you in your 40s, you remember Mr. Belvedere.
That's probably when they were doing all the nonsense with the Brewers because they were trying to get fans to games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. And then you look at Major League and everything else he had going. I just wanted, to just make sure that we talked about him because there doesn't seem to quite be that same thing, but for decades upon decades, Brewers fans had Bob Uecker's voice. For decades upon decades, Dodger fans, of course, had Vin Scully. And then you just look across. Everybody grew up. Jack Brickhouse, if you were a fan down there, of course, you have Tom Brenneman, his Marty Brenneman. There's just a ton of those, and just lost a good one. But Bob Uecker was one of my faves. Let's take a break right before the second half on KFJB-TV.
You're live.
Tough night at the OK Corral. Tough night at the OK Corral.
If you don't know,
I'll tell you.
Dylan said dummy. Let's take a dummy break, but that's what we call it on the backside. That's what broadcasters call it because it's off our sheet. It's off our sheet. It's an extra break that we have built in case we do need to buy some time when we have 3 minutes of warm-ups extra here.
So this is what you need to know is that I don't know where we are. And I forget that you don't know what a dummy break is, folks. The more you know. Air ball there, and Ellie Hughes able to get it. Good start for the Bobcats. It's going to be the third foul on Kiki Walker, and that's going to be one.
Kiki, do you love me? I'm sure you don't love the fouls.
Ronnie Lewis cannot be super happy with that.
I think only
there.
Drake knows the answer to that. Right?
Well, the truth is Drake was named after, his nickname does come from Drake University.
Really?
Yeah. Read that
Ties to Iowa, even up in Canada, eh?
Yep. Well, Drake is known as the Toronto of Des Moines. That is a known fact. Oh, almost a walk. Walker gets it. Gets it in the corner of Ladinsky, who leads Roosevelt with 10 points here tonight. Gets it out as Milliken looks inside to Lee. Nice wall-up job by Frankie Long, and she gets a block, averaging over 3 a game. Olivia Bailey, no good. She's wide right. She still has not scored here tonight. Bowie's guarded by Ladinsky. She gets it up to Heitman and just almost chucks it out of bounds to no one for no reason. Here comes Walker, head-up dribble, picked up by Bowie. Gets it to Milliken, lines up a 3. That's going to be good. That's her second 3 on the night. Bobcats down 17. They need to execute on this end of the court here. It's going to really open up on them.
Yeah. The passing has been they've done a nice job to handle some of the pressure. It's just been passes off the mark like that last one.
Yeah. The first 12 minutes, they were really strong with the basketball. 3 turnovers in that first quarter, but since then, really a struggle. Long handoff to Jansen. She gets it. She's going to be fouled, and Jansen's going to go back to the line. The junior wing is going to go for free throws 5 and 6 on the evening. Bobcats on the night, 2 of 6. Jansen herself, 2 of 4.
Yeah, Ladinsky with 2. 3 for Walker. And Bailey's got a couple as well. So a few working their way towards a little foul trouble for Roosevelt.
And Jansen went all the way around the world, and it came out. You see the junior, number 23, the lefty, lines it up. And off to the left, rebound Lee. Here comes Milliken and the Roughriders. Up to Ladinsky. Ladinsky finds the cutting Bailey up off the glass.
Ooh.
Foul on
that's
Long.
4.
Long
That's 4.
pirouettes, and she gets number 4.
Bobcats, by the way, Dylan, 2 of 8 at the stripe tonight, so that's not helping them either.
25% is not going to get it done in this kind of game. Bailey remains scoreless.
And she's really struggled tonight.
Yeah, she picked up those 2 quick fouls and just has never found a rhythm.
Yeah, and you can see she seems a little agitated.
Yeah.
Perturbed would be the word, Dylan.
Yeah, I remember she had some big threes in that game last year.
Yeah, normally averages 10, and she's scoreless.
Gets it to the corner to Hildebrandt, left-handed dribble, picked up by Milliken, gets it to Hughes. Hughes, dribble, kick out to Bowie. Bowie swings it to Heitman. There's a couple 3 balls you'd like to see shot there. Hildebrandt, dribble drive, and off her leg. Bobcats don't get a shot, and you have to be much more aggressive there.
Yeah, or just take a shot when it's kind of open. I mean, Millie Heitman was kind of a little bit open in space in the near side corner. Toss her up.
Walker misses the cutter, Ladinsky. Now a pick by Lee. Hughes switches. Nice little drop down, blocked by Millie Heitman. Millie did a great job of sloughing off her defender and getting there to block Lee. Splits it, gets blocked by Bailey. Here comes Milliken, up to Walker. Up off the glass and good. Bowie was back to contest, but to no avail.
I like
14.
Kiki Walker only with 4 points here tonight, but boy, she's got a ton of confidence and good with the ball in her hand right there on that layup. And another unfortunate play here.
Hughes is going to be called with a moving screen.
3rd of the night on Hughes.
That is not what you want to see. Bobcats with no Capeyu in the lineup are getting a bit thinner on the front line, and 2 in foul trouble. Walker, Heitman's got to stay on the ground there. She's got brought up in the air a couple times. Lee goes right to work. Heitman got her head turned, and Bailey missed the layup.
Yeah, also there's been a few lapses on the defensive end. Yeah, just not tracking those cutters.
Bowie gets it right back into Heitman. Thought she was fouled by Bailey, but no call. Jansen out to Hildebrandt, shoot the ball. She shoots it, back iron, no good. Bailey tips it out to the Bobcats. Bowie gets it top of the key. She's guarded by Walker. They clear out the right side. Jansen swings it back to her, gets it to Ellie Hughes cutting through the lane, back out to Bowie. Little 15-footer, back iron, no good. And Bailey gets out hustled by Heitman. Heitman to the cutting. Bowie for 2. Great little play. And we've talked about that. Bailey just seems out of rhythm. We've seen her be very, very good.
Yeah.
She just seems out of sorts here tonight.
That was a really good cut. Second time we've seen that tonight by Bowie. Maybe a little more of that throughout the night because she was wide open.
That's Hughes' 4th foul. Really interesting decision by Bowie is she shaded her to her left hand, though Walker's a right-handed player.
And Kinsley was saying, that foul's on me, but the official was not buying it.
No.
Because she did not want Ellie to pick up her 4th foul tonight, but the official said none of that.
There you see the nice cut. Bowie did a really nice job of presenting her hands, and Millie found her for the bucket. Walker on the year, over 80%.
Jazz hands, or what would you say is the best?
I think jazz hands. You know, it gets a little bit of movement, easier to catch on the eyes. Lee comes out of the game for Hackley. Difference is, let's just do the math here. That's a difference of 12 inches. Hackley really was the spark plug that made them go in that second quarter.
She was, man. She is involved.
Ladinsky picks up her 3rd foul, and Georgia Jansen might have to start paying property taxes at the line.
Can we get Keith on a shot there between Georgia Jansen and Hackley? Boy, there's towering. But she does not let that stand in her way like you, Dylan.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
If you can't.
No height disadvantage. I mean, physically, but not mentally. You know?
No, if you're going to be
it's
short.
It's a mindset.
It is. If you're going to be physically short, you got to be tall with personality. As Jansen gets her 3rd point, she's 3 of 8 from the line here tonight. Bobcats down 18.
Look at her right there. I mean, she's just all over the place.
Ladinsky's done a really good job moving without the ball, but she misses the layup there.
Yeah, and the sophomore Nia Lott is now into the game.
The sophomore's done a really nice job defensively as Hackley with another steal, and it's just, she misses it. And that's going to be out on Milliken.
I know Hackley missed that, but what a play.
Yeah.
She just, there's a lot, like we come across players, J.J. Cole,
yeah,
Elena Hackley, we're fans.
Yeah. And sad to hear, J.J. Cole has left the state, transferred. Where did he end up going?
I don't know if anyone knows yet.
He's
transferring somewhere. Georgia, get in there.
Georgia gonna get opportunity 9 and 10 at the line.
You know, she has not made a field goal tonight. All of her points by the way of the stripe.
Looking at see if the Bobcats can cut into this lead. It really came down to that 13-1 run as she makes the first there, that 13-1 run to end the first half.
I'm being told Appalachian State.
There it is.
What a get out there for, what are they, the Mountaineer? Or no, that's West Virginia.
That's West Virginia. They're
Appalachian State.
I think they're the Michigan Beaters. I think they changed
their name.
That's
true.
Layup, Kiki Walker. That's Kiki Walker now has 8, and a lot of those have been gimme buckets here in the third. Hildebrandt into Bowie, guarded by Hackley. She cuts through, and Hackley just defensively, she is short, but she's strong. Bailey, reverse layup, no good. Gets out to Hackley, right back into Billum, who had a really nice first half, blocked by Heitman, her second of the night. Now Milliken gets a little 15-footer cash.
No, they are the Mountaineers.
Okay.
Appalachian State Mountaineers. What's the name of their mascot? What's his name? The Mountaineer himself.
I do not know.
Yosef.
Well, of course it is. 3 ball by Hildebrandt, strong, no good, doesn't get iron, but Heitman gets it down, gets it back to Bowie. Bowie up off the glass, no good. They have the height advantage down low as Walker gets her 10th point. But one of the things sometimes you do when you know you have a size advantage inside, you want to go to it. But Bowie's not an experienced post player, so when you're not really playing offense in the positions you're used to, sometimes it's not quite the advantage the height may show.
And this was the concern the second quarter, carrying over to the third, and exactly that.
And this is where the much longer Bobcat guards have struggled with Hackley being up in their business.
Yeah, she did lift her. Georgia Jansen lifted her pivot foot in a turnover.
This one in the box score is going to look a lot different than what those first 12 minutes look like.
Yeah.
Since that 12-minute mark, it's been 26-5 Roosevelt. Hackley gets in the corner, looks at it, see the 3B, the 3. Back iron too strong. Bailey's going to get out, but tipped away by Bowie. Lott taps it away back to Bailey, who then falls out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds for Rough Riders.
You know, they're defensively, Bobcats are letting the ball come to them.
Okay, they were having an issue down there. The ref points to Rough Rider basketball, and everyone just stared at him confused.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, my bad. Bobcats ball.
Anyway, standing around letting that ball come to him, you got to attack for the rebound, because Roosevelt got right in there and charged after it and almost got it back.
Heitman gets the ball, 35 seconds left to go here in the third. Looks at Long, can't get it to her, to Jansen. Handoff to Hildebrandt. And then Milliken Bobcats have really struggled by keeping they try the crossover in front of their body, and it's just like, do you want candy? And Rough Riders guards do, and they're just stealing it away.
Yeah, clinic defensively, on that aspect here tonight in the second half especially. It's just shocking that Roosevelt 1-7 in non-con games.
Yeah, and, Coach Heitman talked about it. Coach Murphy talked about it a little bit last night. When you have so many transfers, and you see it even at the college level in the NIL, where you get a lot of transfers every year, it takes some time to gel kind of as a team, as Milliken misses both free throws. Hackley gets it out to Kiki Walker. Walker floater off the glass and good. She had 2 in the first half. She is now up to 12 points with 10 in the third. Jump ball will go to the Bobcats with 4 seconds left to go.
Yeah. Hackley all over that. I mean, she just did a good job to get in there and force a little disruption.
And this isn't even to be funny or anything. It's like it's often sight lines are overlooking her. Terrible pass. Gets a bucket before the end of the quarter. Bobcats, it gets worse. 45-18 as we go into the fourth.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
As you see Coach Brian Murphy talking to a girl, just outscored 17-4 there in the third quarter. Bobcats finding themselves down 45-18. Brandon, do you have any scores for us from around the state?
Yeah, checking out 5A here tonight. No scores as of right now, but some good matchups. Ames and Lincoln, Johnston and Ankeny, Centennial and Dowling here tonight.
Entry pass into Bailey. Bailey looking for her first 2. Milliken gets it out to Walker. 3 ball just off the iron. She has struggled with the outside shot here tonight. Oh, my goodness. Hackley.
We're not worthy.
She is a ton of fun to watch, folks.
What a pass.
Everybody has seen those guards. It's very much that New York City style of guard. It's can handle it, can go to the rack as Walker gets her 14th point of the night. A little bit of hot sauce to her game. She is a ton of fun to watch.
You like hot sauce?
I do. Bailey
throws
it out of bounds, and it's going to be Bobcat basketball. So I was listening to a podcast. Do you remember Andre Kirilenko, AK-47, played for the Jazz and then the Nets? Yeah.
Yep.
So Jerry Sloan, the legendary coach of the Jazz, was getting on him for making some, too flashy of passes or whatever. And Andre Kirilenko looks at him and goes, "Coach, I play 47 minutes for you. I play 1 minute for the fan." I was like, you got it. And I was like, that's the most baller thing of all time to say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it feels like Hackley says, "Coach, I play 1 minute for you. I play 31 minutes for the fans." She is so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Gets it into Heitman, knocked away. But Hughes is able to track it down, guarded by Milliken. Shovel pass back to Heitman, gets it to Bowie. Bowie looks at the 3, misses it. Rebound Lee, gets it up to Milliken. Roosevelt looking to run. Hackley.
I thought she Wanted a piece of that 3.
Trey Young. That's
Can she transfer to Marshalltown? She's still got another year.
Working at the Chamber of Commerce, I do know of job openings throughout the community. If her parents need something, we can look at it. And if we're breaking any rules, I was joking. 51-18, 6:07 left to go. Foul is going to be on Milliken as Brianna Milliken picks up her first foul of the night. Olivia Bailey's going to come out along with the aforementioned Milliken. And we're going to have Kual, Hackley, Mohammed, Kiki Walker, and Lee for the Rough Riders. Almost dragged the pivot foot, but no, as Long gets it in the post, kicks it back out, swing to Jansen, baseline drive, drops it to Long, but she's going to shuffle the puppies just a little too much, and it's going to be a travel.
Hush puppies?
Hush puppies.
I haven't had one of those in years.
No, really, I think the last time I had it is when Marshalltown still had the Long John Silvers.
That's probably the last time I had a hush puppy.
Lee with her second bucket.
28 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Jansen looks to drop it off, and it's going to be a tie-up with Lee, and the ball is going to go possession arrow to Roosevelt, 53-18.
How do you like your fish? Tartar sauce, or do you like malt vinegar?
What do you think? You know my...
malt vinegar.
Yes, I disdain mayonnaise. And before you're all out there going, yeah, but do you like Miracle Whip? Do you know how much that angers me as a question? It's as if I have a slight discomfort with mayo. Well, let's
Both
try
are good. I love tartar sauce, but yeah, if you get some good fish with some malt vinegar.
Give me some malt vinegar, maybe a lemon wedge.
Yeah.
This is where I like that vinegar-based hot sauce. Oh, yeah. Or a little bit of...
I'm going to eat my last meal later tonight. We're going to find a Long John Silver.
Baseline drive gets it to Mohammed, top of the key to Lee.
They probably close at 10, though.
Yep. Oh, air ball is but it's gonna be brought down by Roosevelt. Kual, it's gonna be a shot clock violation. As Bobcats are rolling with Bowie, Hildebrandt, Long, Hughes, and Millie Heitman.
Man, I was hungry before we started, so
yeah.
I haven't eaten since lunch.
Oh, my goodness. I've got a mandarin orange out in the Yukon.
Has that cold front come through? It's probably frozen.
Yeah. Corner, Millie Heitman head fake, but doesn't look at the shot. Baseline drive, swings it to the other side, looks at the 3, now picks up her dribble. Gets it to Long, guarded by Lee, handoff to Hildebrandt. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. A steal, but off the leg, and it's going to be Roosevelt's basketball and going to end up being off of Hildebrandt.
And the pep band.
And the pep band.
Off the pep band, too, yeah.
Pep band sounded good tonight.
They did. They were rocking. They were rolling. Not as good as Brett Umpton on the drums, though, you know.
No, you always like to see, also like to see where Winter Bannison ends up. What instrument is he going to be on when he goes over there? And will you see a babyface Braga show up over there in the alumni?
On trumpet, yeah.
That's right. It's going to remain Roosevelt ball. We do have a continuous clock. Bobcats down 35, which is just kind of a crazy saying after a really tight first half.
Yeah.
Ladinsky up off the glass and good. Her first bucket of the second half, she has 12. And it really is coming down. The Bobcats' defense in the half court is there. It's a winning half-court defense. It's come to other stuff and turnovers especially.
Yeah.
As Billum goes up off the glass and good. My goodness.
7 off the bench.
Well, that's the whole thing. Bailey not scoring tonight. Walker only having 2 first-half points. This has all been role players as Long lines up a 3, no good. Mohammed drops it off to Billum, a little jump cut, no good. Here comes Hildebrandt. And timeout, they just want to sub.
And we'll take one with them right here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcats down 39, a big run, 3-ball by Bowie, no good. Hughes gets it back to Hildebrandt, lines up a 3, and that's going to be good. That's a big one for the freshman, 57-21. Dribbles across, gets it into Ladinsky, looks inside to Billum. Now pulls it back, gets inside, kicks it back out to Ladinsky, lines up a 3. That's good, and she's not traditionally a great three-point shooter, and that rocks in for her. Actually, I was thinking of Milliken not being a great. No, Ladinsky shooting 10% from 3. Yeah. Dribble drive, nowhere to go. Throws it out. Bowie gets it to the cutting Hughes. Hughes shovels down to Long. And gets it up and foul, and we're going to take a break with 38 seconds to go. Bobcats down 60-21.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hi, it's Cindy Bear. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Frankie Long misses the second free throw. She missed both of them there. 30 seconds left to go. As you see, number 34, Judy Bokhari in the game. Bielam gets it up off the glass. She has been really good tonight. She's got a chance to go into double figures with 25 seconds left to go. And that's her 5th foul, so Georgia Jansen's going to come into the ball game. Yeah, this game is one of those that just, you take those first 12 minutes and you see what potentially Bobcats can be.
Yeah.
And then you see what the last 20 minutes has been, and it's just a frustrating rewind. Jansen gets it. 18 seconds left to go. She's guarded by Bokhari. Now she gets it back. Actually, that's Kual. Hildebrandt lines up a 3. See if she can go back-to-back. No good. Frankie gets it up off the glass. Good. And the foul. That's Frankie Long. First bucket since that first quarter, and that's been a big sign.
Yeah, she went crazy. Yeah, she had 6, and they found her intentionally, but then she got in some foul trouble, and the rhythm just got off, and Bobcats now with 8 points here in the second half, and just not the production you need, and really it's just been the turnover game that's been too much. You know, you figure that out, things will start to come together as Georgia's going to pick up a foul on her.
They're going to call it just out of bounds, and that'll do it.
Just out of bounds, okay.
62-23, Rough Riders move to 7-7, 6-0 in the Iowa Lions. Bobcats fall to 5-8. You're watching Bobcat Basketball here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun. Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Report as you see the Marshalltown Bobcat guys getting ready to come out here. Marshalltown drops to 5-8, losing to the Roughriders 62-23 for the victorious Roughriders. Point guard Brianna Milliken had 10 points. Kenna Ladinsky had 15. Kiki Bailey, leading scorer on the year, had 14. Bobcats held Olivia Bailey scoreless, but the Mighty Mouse off the bench, Hackley had 10 points. Lee had 4. Billum had 9, and that made 62 points for Roosevelt. For Marshalltown, Kinsley Bowie had 4. Morgan Hildebrandt had a 3-ball. She had 3. Millie Heitman had 4. Georgia Jansen had 4, and Frankie Long led the Bobcats with 8.6 of those coming in the first quarter. When we come back, we will look at the OPA player of the game.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome in as you see the Marshalltown Bobcats getting ready to see if they can knock off the 7-4 Roosevelt Roughriders. But now it is time for our KFJB-TV Player of the Game, presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa! And that Opa Player of the Game is Frankie Long. She had 8.6 of those in the first quarter, along with a block and some really good defense. Again, your OPA Player of the Game is Frankie Long. When we come back, we're going to switch it over to guys action as we get pointed towards the Bobcats taking on the Des Moines Roosevelt Roughriders here on KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Dairy Queen has so many fantastic treats and delicious food, it's hard to know what to order first. So we're asking Marshalltown Mikey to help us decide. From burgers, baskets, and sides to blizzards, cakes, and more, both Marshalltown locations are serving up everything you love.
Right now, enjoy the Cheeseburger Lovers. 2 singles for $5 and 2 doubles for $7. Blizzard of the month is Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard.
I'm gonna need more time.
Get Dairy Queen delivered or at both Marshalltown locations.
Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome back into Roosevelt High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Dose alongside me tonight as we get ready for this one. As a battle of the Iowa Lions South meeting North here tonight. Roosevelt Roughriders are 8-4 heading into this one. Meanwhile, it's been a little bit of a rough week for the Bobcats. A couple losses here. Their mark is down to 3-8 on the season, but a couple of close losses Monday and Tuesday. How, in your mind, do they bounce back here tonight?
I think it all comes down to two things. Start fast and find your second score. It's right now is we see what's going on with Kyle Smith. He's playing out of his mind right now since Christmas. Over 24 points a game just since Christmas. It's finding that secondary score, and they have come out of the block so slow here in January that they have got to be able to get the offense going a lot earlier.
Coming up on our countdown to tip-off, we'll get tonight's starting 5 for each squad. But next, we chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Welcome back into Roosevelt High School. It's the Roughriders and the Bobcats here tonight on KFJB-TV. Now joined by head coach Mike Apple. Coach, your team coming off a couple of really tight losses this week on Monday and Tuesday. What's kind of your message to close out the week here to your team?
We got to start games a little better. We can't dig ourselves holes like we have been the past few games. And just stay consistent with how we've been playing. Execute offensively. Take care of the ball a little bit better. Just give us a better chance to win the game at the end.
You know, your team has been right there, a 3-point loss on Tuesday night. I was kind of looking at some of the free throw numbers. You shot 23 free throws against Mason City in the 5 games since, 22 combined. I mean, is that just a little bit of a lack of aggressiveness, or is it just not the other teams, giving you much of an opportunity?
It is. I mean, we need to be more aggressive to the rim at times and get to the line. And like you said, we haven't been doing a good job of that, and that's an area where we can capitalize on and make free throws. So that's something we need to work on, just being aggressive, understanding when teams are close to getting to the bonus and capitalize on that and be smart and then draw fouls.
since the winter break, Kyle Smith's three-point percentage has jumped up by about 6% points. So he's really feeling it, scoring close to 30 points a night. How locked in is he right now?
He is. He's doing a really nice job. We're doing overall as a team, we're doing a lot better job of executing our offense, getting them easy looks where he can, spot up and hit some threes for us. And he's done a nice job of understanding where to score it and get going, and not relying all on threes necessarily. And then, pulling up, posting up at times. But he's just been very efficient with how he's scoring, and he's not taking a lot of bad shots.
Charlie Fry, probably one of the best sophomore point guards in the state of Iowa for this Roosevelt squad. He's averaging 18 points a game. How do you kind of get him off his mark here tonight?
We've got to make it tough for him. We got to make it tough for him to get the ball number one, and then when he gets the ball, we need to be ready and have help side and just have guys around him and feel our presence all night to where he's not getting any easy looks.
Should be a fun one. Good luck tonight. All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. We'll check out the starting five for the Rough Riders and the Bobcats when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
The Friday Showcase, it's the Rough Riders and the Bobcats from Roosevelt High School in the Des Moines Metro. Now time for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. For Joe Kadich, his team 8-4. They are 5-0 in the Iowa Alliance South this year. Joe Kadich in his third year leading Roosevelt. They average 62 points per game, giving up an average of 50. Coming off a busy week. They took on Mason City Tuesday, won that one by 8. And then last night they took on Bondurant Farrar, a 57-49 victory for them. Here tonight, the starting five will be Charlie Fry, number 2, a 6'5 sophomore guard averaging 18 points per game, 8 rebounds. He is a 72% free throw shooter on the season. Number 4, Marquise Harvey Bell, 4 points per game, 6 rebounds, a 6'7 senior forward. Jack Kehoe, number 10, a 6'1 senior guard, averaging 8 points per game. He is a 35% three-point shooter. Ivan Carla, averaging 9 points per game. Number 13 is a 6'3 senior guard. And rounding out the starting five for the Roosevelt Roughriders, number 20, Remy Taylor, a fun guy to watch out there. 16 points per game, 5 rebounds. He is a 63% free throw shooter, and he averages 2 steals per game. A 6'5 senior guard that we've seen for quite a few years, Dylan.
Yeah, he's been good, and he's going to attack the glass. He likes going to the rim. Not a great outside shooter, but really, really good, and it gives them a 1-2 scoring punch. And we talked about that's really where the Bobcats need to get to.
Yeah, that is the starting lineup for the Roosevelt Roughriders, who are in a 7-game winning streak. All right, for the Bobcats, they're on a 4-game losing streak. Look at to snap that here tonight on the road. They stand at a mark of 3-8. They're just 1-3 in the Iowa Alliance North coming into this matchup. Mike Apple in his 7th year. Lineup looks like this tonight. It'll be number 1, Jamison Niehaus, 3 points per game, a 6-foot sophomore guard. The point guard, number 3, Drake Gersma, 10 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. A little bit of doing everything for this Bobcat team. 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 10, Kyle Smith, as Dylan alluded to, averaging right around 24 points per game in the last week or so. 6'4 junior, has his three-point percentage all the way up to 35%. He knocks him down at 79% from the free throw line. Number 24, Lamar Johnson. He's played exceptional as of late as well. 7 points per game, 4 rebounds per game for the 6-foot senior. And number 30, Jacob Hayes, 6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. 6'2 junior guard. He's kind of the X factor. Can he get something going, figure out his offensive game? Because at times, Bobcats really lacking that third score. Lamar Johnson on Tuesday night had a really nice first half, but didn't really do a whole lot in the second half.
Yeah, and Lamar scores situationally. It's usually where he gets good back cuts and stuff like that. What Jacob Hayes offers is he can knock it down from the outside. He has a really good jump shot. And when the Bobcats win, it's usually when he gets rolling. When the Bobcats lose, it's when he's timid, doesn't look for his shot. And Bobcats need him to be aggressive here tonight.
That is for sure. That is our starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Our keys to the game are next when we continue the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's keys to the game, sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Dylan?
For the Bobcats, it's about first things first. It really comes down to that first quarter. Bobcats in the new year, the average score after the first quarter, 16-7. Bobcats find themselves down 9 on average here in the first quarter. And in 3 of the 4 losses, they've lost by an average of 6 points. It really comes down to not putting yourself in a terrible hole. Bobcats have to start out strong. Flip side, Roughriders, it's all about Windex. You've got to clean the glass. They average over 10 offensive rebounds a game. They've got the size advantage, and really what you look for on that offensive. If they're able to hit the offensive glass, that's where that's where King become an issue. Both have hit threes. Kehoe with 16 on the year, King with 28.
That is our keys to the game. Again, FirstRateTeam.com. Tip-off between the Rough Riders and the Bobcats next, right here on KFJB-TV.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
When the sun goes down, you can find me tearing up downtown with the high beams. No need for review when they can catch you. I never look back, never look. Green light,
It's the Friday Showcase from Roosevelt High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me, our producer tonight, David Braga, and Lincoln Eastman, Keith Stewart's on camera work here tonight on the road for the Bobcats. Looking to end the 4-game losing streak, meanwhile running into a hot Roosevelt team here tonight on a 7-game winning streak, Dylan.
And they've really shown up and shown out. They're really, really good. You look at number 2 right there, one of the best sophomores in the state of Iowa, and he's really interesting. He's that long, lanky guard, similar to Kyle Smith. It'll be a good matchup between the two of them tonight.
Marquise Harvey-Bell, former Lincoln rail splitter himself, he'll jump against Lamar Johnson, and we are underway as the Roughriders will win the opening tip. Going to the right side of your TV screen, Roosevelt in their all-white tops and bottoms. Remy Taylor with an early 3. He's got a haircut, glasses this year. We almost didn't recognize him in warm-ups. Drake Gersma will control the points. Bobcats in their all-blue tops and bottoms.
That was a good scout. Let Remy Taylor shoot threes. That's not where he should live.
Up top, Lamar Johnson down the paint, dumps it off. 3. Boom! Early on, right there. On cue, we talked about Jacob Hayes needing to have a nice night here tonight. And as the ball gets into the front court, we have a timeout by the official. Both officials getting together, and head coach Mike Apple questioning something early on here.
Is there
something with Drake Gersma?
Did he say something?
So Zane Moore's going to get off the bench, get ready to check in. Drake Gersma's going to hit the bench. No fouls or anything have been issued.
This is where I wish we were at the collegiate level, because then they would see us and they would tell us what happened.
Well, and Drake Gersma's going to get right off the bench and get ready to check back in. So was there a misprint in the starting lineup? Or
that's what I'm wondering.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
But you would think that would be a technical.
Usually it is. Now a drive inside, and a travel's going to be called as Marquise Harvey-Bell will turn it over back to the Bobcats. Drake Gersma gets off the bench. We'll check back in.
You love the minutes Zane Moore gave you there. That was.
It wasn't even a minute. It was
you love the
couple
seconds
of seconds.
He gave you.
Yes. All right, so it's 3-0. Jacob Hayes hit a 3 to begin the game. Bobcats break the press into the front court and a reach it. Boy, that's a quick foul right there. Jack Kehoe's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first of the night.
And that was just a really good job in those trapping presses. If you can get it to the center of the court, it all collapses on itself.
Gersma now playing. Game on. Lamar Johnson trying to flash in the paint, nothing there. Kyle Smith off the screen, left wing shut down. Charlie Fry guarding on him. That's a good matchup to watch tonight, Dylan.
Yeah, Kyle's usually able to shoot above other guards.
Gersma trying to force a pass to Niehaus. Turnover, but Niehaus picks it off like he does on the gridiron.
Yeah, Bell with 2 turnovers early.
Handoff Smith. Heating up, Dylan.
And fouled.
And fouled by Ivan Carla this time. So a couple of really quick fouls here on Roosevelt. 6-11 opening quarter.
And you look here initially defensively, Roosevelt, as Bobcats will often run a double pick for Kyle Smith. They switched that on the top of the key, which a lot of defensive teams don't.
Smith open. Can't knock it down, skims off the iron. Kehoe hauls in the rebound. Carla up court. Remy Taylor, little Euro step, rattles it home for 2.
That's where the Roughriders want him, is give up the 3-point shot.
Left wide open. Can't knock down the 3 again. 0 for 2 to start this one for Kyle Smith. Charlie Fry skims the iron. Kyle Smith comes up with the missed three. Gersma gives the signal for the offense as he's over the big R at midcourt. Kyle Smith off a screen, now guarded by Remy Taylor. Oh, almost 2 for 2 to begin the game as that one rattles out.
I will say,
and Remy Taylor out of bounds on the baseline. It's back to the Bobcats, but Kyle Smith 0 for 2, and so far early on here, a nice draw for Jacob Hayes as he's leading the Cats in scoring. 3-2 is our count with 4:57 first quarter.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
I'm Will Swartz. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, under 5 to go. Dylan, you were trying to say something, and the timeout was called there. What's on your mind as the Cats are leading 3-2?
I really like the aggressiveness of Jacob Hayes. When that first one dropped, he was not hesitant in the second one. The second one almost dropped as well. You want him to be aggressive. Misses are going to happen, but you got to shoot the basketball.
Turnover at midcourt. Down to Remy Taylor, and he comes up short. Jacob Hayes clears it out to Gersma up the near side and has his pocket picked. They're going to hit the deck. Gersma getting the tie-up, and the jump ball possession arrow is with the Cats, so it'll stay their way with 4:32 in the opening quarter, but
you look
interesting
at
transition of events there.
You've got to pass out of that trap there. We talked to Drake Gersma last night on Bobcat Live. He reiterated, just got to control the basketball, can't turn it over against Roosevelt.
No, they came out high on him right as soon as he got over the midcourt stripe. Tried to use that sideline as a third defender, and they're doing it right again. And a tie-up. Oh, a hold on the arm. Marquise Harvey-Bell will pick up the foul, and he doesn't like the call.
Jerry Van Sickle said not so fast is what he. But that's one thing where Gersma's got to anticipate that trap, where you know it's coming, get it out early. Bobcats got bailed out there.
3-2. Cats still leading. A couple of early buckets, and now find herself in a little bit of a drought offensively. Kyle Smith handoff, Lamar Johnson. Gersma still getting that pressure from Carla. Trying to work Kyle Smith inside. He steps back. 3! Gets that one to go. First one of the night, and it's 6-2.
Bell did a great job of cutting off the drive there, but Kyle just walked out and grabbed that 3. Kyle with his 19th 3 since January 1st, shooting it over 43%. He's been awesome.
Well, for Roosevelt, so back to the Bobcats. Well, a line change here for Roosevelt. Ivan Carla checking out of the game. We'll chat with his head coach, Joe Kadich. Quay Noah has checked in for Roosevelt. Bobcats into the front court. Gersma gets the handoff from Kyle Smith up high. Now off a screen. Can't get it to go. Lamar Johnson trying for the rebound. Gets beat out. Charlie King comes up with it.
Great look for Kyle Smith there. Just can't knock it down.
Fry inside to the rack, and he leans in as Kyle Smith late there for the help defense.
Charlie King.
And Charlie King. Well, a lot of different Charlies.
Yep. Yeah. And they've all been very good this year.
Yeah, they've been Charles in charge. Gersma, runner no good, and a bump. Niehaus getting a little active there against Quay Noah, and that'll be his first foul of the night. I think he forgot they're not on the football field as Niehaus picks that one up.
Well, he got that pick earlier, so he was just in the zone.
Roosevelt trying for the lead. Can't get the three on the right wing to go as that one off by Kehoe. He gets it back. Far side corner now to Remy Taylor at the top. Jump step and a hop, and it's off the back of the iron. Gets his own miss. And it's strong. Remy with 4.
And that came down to Kyle Smith jumped too early. Mistimed his jump, and no one was there.
Gersma getting trapped way out high again as spilling over is Noah. Bobcats get it to Niehaus. Now Kyle Smith wide open, fakes a 3. Right high post jumper, can't knock it down. Lamar Johnson tried for the rebound, but Noah got the basketball away as or the midcourt stripe. Now he's going to charge into the paint. And a reach-in foul is going to be called. Jacob Hayes, his first of the night. Second team foul here in the opening quarter, under 2 to go. Zane Moore played a fraction of a second earlier in this game and is back into the game for the technically second time.
Helped cause the Rough Riders turnover, so let's see if we can get more of the same.
Zane Moore magic. Tied at 6. Remy loves to dribble.
Yes.
One of his favorite pastimes. Jumper's no good.
Bobcats are going to have to stay down defensively on that. Drake is over-dribbling tremendously.
Timeout. Well timed by head coach Mike Apple. 6 apiece. 1:30 to go, first quarter. Timeout of the 4 taken by the Bobcats.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Bobcats call timeout. Drake Gersma getting in some trouble early on here offensively as the defense really pressuring him out from the basket.
Well, the biggest thing on a trapping press, you've got to bring it in near the center, so you can't be trapped in the center, but he's given himself up to the half-court line and the end line, basically where there's almost 3 to 4 defenders on him.
Lamar Johnson hands it off to Kyle Smith, picked up by King. Skip pass, now to Gersma, 4 on the shot clock, forces a 3 and buries it home. Big bucket for Gersma. And the Cats have only made 3s here tonight, lead at 9-6. Remy Taylor inside to answer for 2. He's got 6, and it's 9-8.
Yeah, off the bounce, Remy Taylor's really good. Long arms, can absorb contact.
Gersma dumps it off to Lamar, but he can't hit the bunny, and he's fouled as Noah will pick up his first foul of the night. I don't think that was a shooting foul, but let's see that 3 is Gersma from straight on. He's really struggled from the line and from the perimeter. Just 18%, but boy, that one was pure.
And he was, sometimes you need the shot clock going down is almost helpful because you can't.
You're taking the thinking out of it, Dylan.
Yeah, it's all just, I'm going to shoot.
Gersma inside, dumps it off to nobody, but Niehaus saves it, throws it away. Here goes Jack Kehoe. And he'll slow things down as Roosevelt will play for the final shot of the first quarter as we see the shot clock off.
Yeah, King was wide open and nobody saw him right in front of the basket.
King and Gersma. Now Niehaus picks him up. Noah fakes a 3, drives in. Hayes swats, it's off the mark. At the buzzer, bottom of the net, but not through. 9-8, Cats lead as we head to the second quarter on KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
I'm Levi Bell, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Welcome back to Roosevelt High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Dozier alongside me tonight. In final scores in girls basketball tonight, Ames took down Lincoln 56-26. Dowling also tops Ankeny Centennial 52-45. Tough loss for the Jaguars. And if you missed it earlier tonight, Bobcat girls fell 62-23.
Yeah, and that game was 15-13, going right midway through the second quarter, and the wheels fell off for the Bobcats.
Roosevelt Roughriders with the basketball to begin the second quarter. It's all threes for the Cats. Gersma, Smith, Hayes each made a three. Remy Taylor leads Roosevelt with 6. And he brings the basketball over the timeline. Almost throws one out of bounds. It's saved. Frank Lee is checked in. He's on the right wing. Skip pass over to Noah. A handoff to King, top of the key. Takes a 3, and he puts that one in from long range. His first bucket, his first 3 of the night. He has 5 as he made a jumper inside earlier.
Bobcats are switching everything on top, and the big thing is Jacob Hayes can't leave him that quickly.
Riders now leading 11-9. Kyle Smith in the paint on the right block. Tries to buy some space. Can't. Finds Jacob Hayes wide open. Drives baseline. Jumper off the back of the iron. No good as Frank Lee hauls in the rebound. Off to Kehoe. Now a handoff to King. Mark Johnson does a nice job to shut him down, and a pass off the mark for Frank Lee. It'll be back to the Bobcats. Under 7 to go before halftime. Coming up at halftime, it is our Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council halftime show, as we'll also have our post-game interview with head coach Brian Murphy and get a recap of the girls' team as Dylan will talk with him.
There you see them breaking the press into the center circle, and how it's so much different than trying to bring and break that press up the sidelines.
Kyle Smith looking to create over Remy Taylor, but misses it. Moore backs it out. In the corner. Can't get it to go for Kyle Smith.
He's always been a much better shooter at home tonight. He's just off a little bit. Zane Moore may have had a chance to shoot that right back up.
Moore doesn't seem, over the past couple of games, he doesn't seem interested in scoring, as Kehoe has a 3 pop in and out. I think, obviously for him, he's still a young guy, just a sophomore, trying to learn and, find his role.
I think Zane's had 1 point this year, and he's now playing in every single game. He just doesn't look to score.
Drop it in. Gersma bowls over Frank Lee, and he'll get caught with a charging foul as Gersma's first of the night. We've had a pretty foul-free first half here tonight. But right there, a tough one for Gersma. But I think got caught putting that shoulder down just a little bit too far, Dylan.
Yeah, and the other is Frank Lee's not a real big guy either, so less
He's not
contact.
Frank the Tank, I'll tell you that, Dylan.
No, he's not. He kept his nose in there, but less contact makes more impact.
Carla running the point now. Hands off to Lee. Remy Taylor at the top. Dish, far side corner, and this one knocked down by Finley Newman. 20% from long distance as he's just checked in a short time ago.
But that's a perfect, you get a paint touch and you kick it out for a wide open 3.
Good spin move, a step back, but blocked by Noah. Rejects that shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Cats. Down now by 5.
Bobcats did a much better job in that first quarter. They didn't score a ton, but outscored Roosevelt 9-8. Now 6-0 run by Roosevelt. Bobcats have to be able to execute here and get a bucket.
Niehaus gives off to Gersma after catching the inbound and blows by. Great reverse layup right there by Gersma. He has 5.
I've loved the aggressiveness of both Gersma and Jacob Hayes here tonight.
Cats back within 3. Crossover, Remy Taylor, right high post jumper. Had the bench up. They were excited about the move. Now Lee, 3 is no good off the right side, but an offensive rebound.
We talked about that. Almost 11 offensive rebounds a game.
Carla rejected by Hayes, but they say he was caught on the hand. And I believe it's going to be on Hayes. If so, his second. And it is. 4:29 to go before halftime, and this sends Carla to the line for 2. So far tonight, not involved scoring-wise.
And those 3 balls, the miss long off the 3 ball and kicked out has caused the Bobcats really struggle to grab that that defensive rebound.
Ivan Carla, a 58% free throw shooter after he misses the first. Can't knock down either. Still just a 3-point game. A lot of handoffs up high. That first quarter, I felt like they were really tacking inside and now just working on the perimeter. Little give and go. It's almost picked up by Remy Taylor, and it is picked up by Remy Taylor. And Remy Taylor bumped by Lamar Johnson, first of the night.
And the Bobcats run that action quite a bit where they do the 3-man weave at the top, and then they will run basically Gersma off a back pick from Kyle Smith and have Smith just kind of leak out for an open 3 at the top. That's what they tried to do right there and just could not handle the basketball. Roughriders are really active off of those picks, much more so than Ames does that a little bit, but otherwise Bobcats haven't seen that activity off the pick.
Newman trying for his second 3, can't knock it down. Niehaus fakes and hands it off to Gersma. Another 3, can't get that one as it skims off the iron, but Zane Moore tracks it down. Now Kyle Smith, good fake over Noah, who stands at 6'8". Kyle Smith with 5.
That is the difference between Kyle Smith as a sophomore and a junior. That's in his bag now.
Noah to answer. Can't get that 3. Kyle Smith almost had a hand on the rebound, but lose it out of bounds. And it will stay with the Roughriders with 3:04 to go before halftime. His lead checks out. Charlie King is back into the contest. King, 3's off.
That was a good contest by Lamar Johnson. He did not give him any sunlight out there, did not hesitate, was right up in his jersey.
It was sunny today, Dylan.
It was.
Kyle Smith, splash! Gets that one to go, his second 3 of the night.
And when he starts seeing the net go, they can come in bunches. It's going to be a foul, and that's going to be on Zane Moore. 14th foul of the quarter.
Jacob Hayes with 2 fouls on him. Not a lot of foul trouble here tonight, which is good to see. Seems like Lamar on Monday, he was off to a really hot start and then found some foul trouble, and it was hard for him. 3 from the near side corner is off the mark, no good. Bobcats get the rebound with Zane Moore at the top as Carla was not good. In transition, 3! He is feeling it. 3rd of the night. Kyle Smith from the right wing. He has 11.
The biggest thing that has been a shocker to me in January is how many times Kyle Smith finds himself wide open.
King takes a long jumper, rattles in and out. Kyle Smith with the rebound over to Gersma. Under 2 to go before half.
Bobcats have really found a good rhythm, especially on the defensive end here tonight.
Gersma wide open, didn't take the three. Good dish inside, but King swats it away and rejects Lamar Johnson. Johnson's got a little bit of a grin on him. That was a exceptional play as we see the last three made by Kyle Smith, but good defense by Charlie King to go along with that 18 points he averages a game.
Yeah, and Lamar Johnson's got a quick forgetter there.
Step back, he's feeling it, but can't get that one to go. Remy Taylor on the run out and off the glass. He can create. I mean, you're right. Threes are not his game, but he has 8, and all by creating inside.
And he can finish with both hands around the rim.
Lamar Johnson kicks out on a drive. Niehaus, the rainbow. It pops in and out.
I thought that was cash.
Yeah. You leave him open, he will do that. He doesn't take a lot of shots.
No.
King to Carla. Inside. Pass Gersma. And King's going to pick up a foul. He fouled Lamar Johnson from behind, who was going up for the rebound. And that's his first of the night. First team foul here in the second quarter on the Riders. Bobcats leading 19-16. And some pressure being put on here in the backcourt, Dylan.
Yeah, they're going to go back. It's this trap. They're trying to funnel them to the sidelines. Good job there for the Bobcats.
About a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Roosevelt might have the last chance here. Smith inside, the leader goes! 13! Continuing his hot stretch as the Bobcats look to end a cold stretch of 4 games in a row that they've lost. Wide open, Carla. This one is pure. And the Bobcats were just saying, hey, he hasn't done much here tonight. We'll leave him wide open. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Smith trying to pick it back up, and that'll end the first half. 21-19. Bobcats have the lead. Something we haven't said a whole lot. They won the first quarter. Things trending in a better direction here tonight for the Cats.
Defensively, it's been a much different ball game. Bobcats have, outside of a couple trips, rebounded the ball really well. And then offensively, Drake Gersma has been aggressive. Jacob Hayes was aggressive, but it comes down to number 10 was just really special there in the second quarter.
We are at the break as the Bobcats lead at 21-19. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Dairy Queen has so many fantastic treats and delicious food, it's hard to know what to order first. So we're asking Marshalltown Mikey to help us decide. From burgers, baskets, and sides to blizzards, cakes, and more, both Marshalltown locations are serving up everything you love.
Right now, enjoy the Cheeseburger Lovers. 2 singles for $5 and 2 doubles for $7. Blizzard of the month is Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard.
I'm gonna need more time.
Get Dairy Queen delivered or at both Marshalltown locations.
The
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
That's right, Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on online at scoutingiowa.org. Easy for me to say. Dylan, your tripping up is apparently wearing off on me as the night is going along here. All right, Bobcats with a 21-19 lead at the break. Leading score for the Cats, 13 for Kyle Smith. He knocked down 3 threes. 5 for Drake Gersma, 3 for Jacob Hayes. Meanwhile, for the Roosevelt Roughriders, 5 for Charlie King, 3 for Ivan Carla, and Finley Newman with 3. But Remy Taylor leads the Roughriders with 8 here tonight.
Remy Taylor's been really good. He likes to dominate the basketball. He wants to dribble, but he can finish with both his left and his right, and he's long too, so he can get defenders on his hip. He likes that Euro step to get around. He's a really good player. Bobcats have done a nice job on King, though. Just 5 here in the first half.
Well, we'll see if Kyle Smith's hot stretch continues in the second half. That's coming up right around the corner. But next, it is our Laurel Diesel Services post-game chat with head coach Brian Murphy for the girls. We'll recap that game next, right here on your home for the Cats, new KFJB-TV.
My son absolutely adores scouting.
Scouting hides values through fun.
My son's most favorite experience was going to South Korea as part of the World Scout Jamboree. He met people from all over the world. He gets access to so many different programs that he wouldn't have available to him otherwise, and the hands-on leadership is invaluable.
Andrew's building confidence because of scouting, and that's going to help him as he approaches interviews or jobs or even friendships later in life. I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome into the Laurel Diesel Services postgame coach's interview. I'm here with Coach Brian Murphy. Fall to Roosevelt here tonight, but I thought those first 12 minutes got it to 15-13, and one little turnover went from what could have been 15-15 to 17-13 Rough Riders. But what can you say about this first 12 minutes that you really liked here tonight?
Yeah, that was really what we were preaching coming into this game, is we had to start strong. We've had too many games where we start the game with an offensive drought, and I was really pleased with the way the ball was moving. We were able to execute the game plan coming in. So, really proud of that. And like you said, those first 12 minutes kept it tight. And then I thought the last 90 seconds of the half were just absolutely crucial, where, Frankie goes to the bench with 3 fouls. And I think at that point it was about a 6, maybe 7-point game. And then suddenly we go into the locker room down 14 with a couple turnovers, outlets. I think they scored right at the buzzer. And that just wound up being, can't spot a team like that too many points. And we just allowed them to jump ahead too far at the end of that half.
Yeah, it was 20-13 when Frankie went out, and then it went on that run. One thing you did in the first quarter as well is Frankie Long had 6 of her 8 there in the first quarter. Millie Heitman had a nice assist to the cutting Kinsley Bowie. She got a bucket herself. You only turned the ball over 3 times in that first quarter. When you look at in that post-game interview or that post-game conversation, when you can see those first 12 minutes of this is who we can be, and then you see the last 20 that isn't what you want it to be, what do you really focus on in that conversation?
The hardest thing that we've got to recognize is, that is that end of the stretch is when fatigue sets in. Yep. And I think too often we mentally let down a little bit, where we kind of let our guard down a little bit. And so many of our turnovers, it's not that they're unforced, but they're too casual, right? Where we're standing with the ball, we're trying to cross open space, and it's aggression that takes that pressure off of us. And we showed aggression. I thought Millie did a really good job for a lot of that first half and putting pressure on the defense. But as we start pulling back a little bit, we allow them to dictate where we're going with the ball, and then that just leads to runouts. And, when you're allowing team to score in transition without having to run anything in the offensive set, that's a pretty tough place to be.
Yeah, and the Bobcats have a chance to handle the pressure again as they get Mason City next week. This has been the Laurel Diesel Services post-game coaches interview with Coach Brian Murphy. When we come back, we will have the key adjustments to the second half.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com.
Back in on our halftime coverage, all brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Again, the Bobcats leading at 21-19 at the break. Kyle Smith, leading scorer, he has 13. Still waiting for some scores to pile in as we are KFJB-TV only here tonight. Second half is coming up right around the corner between the Roughriders and the Bobcats right here on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit LennoxECU.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
That's right, we've got a special Wednesday edition of Bobcat Live coming up on Wednesday, as we've got a Tuesday, Thursday week in basketball. A little bit of an off week, so we hope to have you out there live at Wayward Social. We'll talk a little wrestling and basketball. Look forward to that one on Wednesday. 21-19 is our scores. We head to the third quarter, 8 minutes on the clock. Bobcats will begin the quarter with the basketball. And looking to continue the hot stretch of Kyle Smith. He had 13. What stood out outside of Kyle to you, though, offensively?
It was the initial aggressiveness of Drake Gersma and Jacob Hayes. They've been sometimes wallpaper early in games. It's nice to see him aggressive out of the chute.
Lamar Johnson looking to get active. He feeds it to Kyle Smith. So back in the hands of Lamar Johnson. And, wow, that one from nowhere. Maybe they heard us talking and realized, oh, we need to get Lamar Johnson in a little bit of foul trouble, as that will be his second foul of the night.
That's ticky-tack.
Yeah, his head coach Mike Apple questioning there, but they said a little bit of the arm bar for Lamar Johnson there. He's a strong man.
It didn't even, the biggest thing is it didn't dislodge.
Take it, Lamar. Oh, Lamar can't quite force the turnover all the way. As King gets it back, hits it off the head of Ivan Carla and out of bounds. Back to the Cats.
Oftentimes, refs will allow some contact there if it doesn't dislodge the defender.
Yeah.
And it didn't even move it.
Well, our baseline official, he knows everything about, contact. Rubbin's racing.
We were about to say the same thing.
Hayes, knock it down. No, pops in and out. Niehaus, climbs the ladder for the rebound. Finds Gersma wide open on the near side corner. He'll slow things down with a new shot clock.
And Bell is on Gersma, center against point guard.
Niehaus over to Gersma, top of the key, down to 15 on the shot clock. Lamar Johnson sets the screen for Gersma. 3 is off the back of the iron, no good. Felt like, not to question, not that I'm a basketball knowledge, but I thought Lamar should have cut down to the block there on that offensive set.
Well, it felt like a very stagnant set. There wasn't a whole lot of movement.
King from straight on. It's off the front of the iron. Kyle Smith comes up with it.
And it's kind of waiting to make sure Kyle touches it. There's not a whole lot of action movement without Kyle as the centerpiece.
Niehaus, near side corner, gives a head fake and backs it out. Now Kyle Smith off a screen. Tries to drop it into Hayes, but it's knocked away by King. It'll stay with the red and blue.
I really like Kyle's mentality there, though, because they're going to all come to him.
Yeah.
Look for that little pocket pass.
Especially when he's in the corner like that.
Right, because you saw both defenders went to Kyle, and they love to trap and switch.
Lamar Johnson gets the inbound pass, feeds to Niehaus, gives a fake. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Niehaus, the teardrop, and it's no good. Lamar Johnson, scrambles for the rebound, dishes to Kyle Smith off the back of the iron.
It is not an offensive juggernaut of a night from either teams.
Remy Taylor has created. He has 8 tonight.
Nice switch there by Hayes.
King on the extra pass. This one skims, no good. And now Kyle Smith picks the pass up from Kehoe, loses it, follows it back. Now the top to Gersma, will reset the offense.
Might as well put the peach basket up with as many points that are being scored here tonight.
Naismith rolling over in his grave. And a bump, yeah. Lamar Johnson caught up his third. Illegal screen, they say.
And that's a big one that we've seen called in the girls' game, but you see there's more of a focus on it, is that you have to be set. You can't be moving because they're going to call it every time because you can tell that's a focus. Yeah. They're looking right at it.
They can't pull up old Dylan Doe's footage and watch you putting your shoulder into some big guy's ribs.
No, I fought.
Don't get away with that anymore.
I fought dirty. I'm not even going to lie.
Like I said earlier, former pastor, folks. Kyle Smith comes up with it after Hayes finds the loose ball. And that one tipped out of bounds. Carla off of him. And so Niehaus will inbound. Ring around the rosy on the inbound. Gersma comes up with it. Is that what you call that, inbound play?
I think so. I name all my inbounds plays after playground games.
Good jumper from the left side. 15 on the night for Kyle Smith.
And that's where he becomes so effective, even if people are guarding him incredibly well, as he can score at every level.
And Kehoe finds it after a missed two by Harvey Bell, and then, got lost in transition there.
And that's exactly what we said in the keys to the game. You've got to get them off the glass because that's what opens up wide open threes.
Just a 1-point game now after that 3 knocked down by the Riders. Jacob Hayes at the top. Handing off to Kyle Smith. No room. Double teamed. Steps through it. Wanted to find Gersma. Turns it over up to King. And the layup is good. And they have the lead by 1.
And that's just not a pass Kyle can make. That's way too much ground to travel.
And a timeout by head coach Mike Apple as the Bobcats get it into the front court. On the Friday Showcase, Riders with the lead, 24-23.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Hey, I'm Lamar Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
24-23, Bobcats still in the huddle out of the timeout. Head coach Mike Apple taking it right there. On the offensive side to maybe settle in here, obviously, get some of that motion we saw early on, and also a couple of turnovers have gotten the Riders back into it.
One of the big things you've seen offensively for the Bobcats is in that first quarter, there was looks to Jacob Hayes. Gersma got it off the bounce a couple different times. Here in the third quarter, it's only been Kyle Smith, and what can they get off of the weave motion on the offense? I'd like to see Gersma be able to take something off the bounce.
Approaching the 3-minute mark to go here in the third. Bad pass again. Carla all the way.
They will definitely, they're ratcheting up the pressure.
Remy Taylor draws a foul on Kyle Smith as he goes in, misses a shot. 2 coming for Remy Taylor. And this will be the first trip to the line tonight for the Rough Riders as a team. Bobcats have also not shot a free throw here tonight. Since Mason City on December 19th, Bobcats shot 23 free throws that night. Bobcats have only shot 22 free throws since that point in 5 games, and they're 1-4 in those games. I mean, that's just I guess you could call it a lack of aggressiveness in getting to the hoop and drawing those fouls.
Yeah, and that's where you've seen the Bobcats have shot a lot of threes. They're definitely a jump shot-centric team, but you still need to attack the rim and get to the line.
Remy Taylor with 9 here tonight as he makes the second free throw after missing the first. And a foul as Kehoe stepped in on Niehaus. Niehaus threw that one over as it was getting close to a 10-second call.
He didn't believe it, but he got up as he went over top. He got Jamison right on the forearm.
Kehoe, his second foul of the night. 27-23. Cats now trailing as they had the halftime lead by 2. Kyle Smith off a screen. Remy Taylor picking him up. You mentioned it earlier, kind of in our keys to the game. Who else besides Kyle Smith? And now King bumps Jacob Hayes.
And this is
Charlie King with his second.
And you see so much overplay on the top. They are heavily pressuring the pass. You've got to look at some back cut opportunities.
Ivan Carla guarding on Gersma, and Carla picks up his second. Fans don't like that one as well.
One thing you can say is the ref is trying to say, this is how I'm going to call the game. And if you do it, I'm going to stay consistent.
Mostly it was just Carla getting his hands on Gersma's hip.
Yeah.
A drive by Niehaus and his first bucket of the night. 27-25.
Great play. Everyone sucked to Smith, and Jamison went for it.
Wow, Remy Taylor lined up, and he knocks down the 3. 12 for Remy Taylor, and now a turnover. Kehoe forces it, but Kehoe hit the turf and was sliding a little bit right there, and it will be a turnover. Joe Kadich doesn't like the call. Dylan, what'd you think? Was he sliding a little bit right there?
It's very hard to see right there.
Past
because
that bench.
You're basically looking into the back of the bench there, so I really can't say.
Bobcats get it in. Kyle Smith trapped in the near side corner. Gets it out over midcourt. It's stolen away as Carla loses it out of bounds.
This Roosevelt team hit a switch. There you see, and it is.
Yeah, he slid a little bit.
He didn't seem to have control of the basketball.
Just yet, but close one right there.
I'll take it.
5-point game. Kyle Smith gets the inbound pass. Over to Niehaus and across court to Zane Moore.
Bobcats have been too comfortable breaking the press to the baseline.
Carla picks it off, gets it to King for 2. Nine for King all of a sudden. And a bad stop in the backcourt. King almost picks it off. Up to Hayes, almost out of bounds. And now reaching, I think this might come in on King. 4th team foul, and it's going to be on Noah. So his 2nd of the night.
Yeah, this defense is incredibly physical and pressing. And when I say physical, in no way do I mean fouling. I mean, they just body up very strong and also quite long.
Noah with a little bit of blood on his shirt. Officials get that checked out. They're just wondering where the blood came from, I believe.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
They'll go to work on, he's got some sprinkles there on the front.
Yeah, if that was luminol, he'd be all forms of blue. Do you know what luminol is?
I don't know, some sort of oil?
It's the spray they use on crime scenes.
Oh, okay.
And it'll glow if there's blood.
Expose the blood. Easy for me.
We're struggling a little bit tonight. A little bit.
Well, you were struggling, and then you made me struggle.
I didn't know where I was.
It wore off on me.
Talked about the dummy break, but really it was the dummy announcers is really what happened.
7-point lead for the Riders now as turnovers mounting for the Cats. Got to figure something out offensively. Niehaus hands off to Kyle Smith, guarded by Remy Taylor. And they will call a foul as looked like Lee maybe picked that up. And it is going to be on Frank Lee, and that's going to send the Bobcats to the stripe. Niehaus was posting up, and they say they held him.
Yeah, he tried to do the tablecloth trick where you just pull it out from underneath, and it didn't work.
Jamison Niehaus makes the first free throw on the season, a 50% free throw shooter for the Cats. This is the first trip of the line for the Cats, and he knocks down both. 4 points for Niehaus here in the third, 32-27. And a foul on the drive by Noah. Knocks down the shot. That's his first field goal of the night. And the and one to come.
And
foul on Jamison Niehaus, his second.
And Noah got it from about 8 feet out. And Jamison tried to body him, but Noah's so much bigger, and he was already in his motion to go.
He completes the three-point play, 35-27. Shot clock is off.
Roosevelt has just locked Gersma up here in the second half.
Well, even Kyle Smith to a degree as well. They pick his pocket. And Bobcats will knock it out of bounds as Noah stole it away, and the Bobcats tipped it out. So 8 seconds to go in the third, and this was a flip of the switch, Dylan, as the Riders really kicked up the intensity.
Yeah, it's just that trapping, smothering defense.
Remy Taylor, a late drive at the free throw line. Rattles it home as he shoots it over Jamison Niehaus. Remy Taylor closing out the third. He has 14, and the Riders have a 10-point lead heading to the fourth.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Back at Al Contino Court, Bobcats trailing 37-27 here on KFJB-TV. 8 minutes to go. Bobcats outscored 18-6 in that third quarter.
And that really came with Roosevelt ramped up the pressure, and Bobcats got a little loose with it. There you see Remy knocking it down. Almost called him Remy Martin, the old Kansas and Arizona State player. But just good defense, better offense.
Noah driving inside, guarded by Hayes, shoots over top, misses it. Does not draw the iron as Gersma comes up with the basketball. Speeding ahead.
And Gersma could not get anything going in that third quarter.
The pressure really eating at the Cats. Give and go, pass off the mark, looking for Lamar Johnson. Here goes Noah all the way, misses it, tip back, no good. Remy Taylor again. This time it goes for Remy Taylor, 16.
Just everyone looked like they were on a pogo stick except for the Bobcats.
Hayes splash as he'll knock that one down. He hit one in the first and now hits one in the fourth quarter. He has 6 on the night. Back to a 9-point game as Remy Taylor drives to the free throw line. Picked up and a foul called. I believe it is going to be on Jamison Niehaus, his third.
And this is a tough one because I actually believe Jamison's played pretty well defensively. He's made Remy work for it, but he's so long and he's a couple inches taller than Jamison Niehaus that he's still able to get a shot up.
King from straight on, and that is a dagger right there by Charlie King. He has 12 on the night, and it's now a 12-point game. And a kick. Kick by King. It will stay with the Cats.
We had dueling Rockettes there for a second. Both referees showing off the legs.
Gersma into the front court. Carla's done a pretty good job on him tonight. Lamar Johnson high points the basketball. Has not scored a bucket tonight.
Just 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Skip pass, Hayes. Comes up short. Frank Lee comes up with the basketball. Remy Taylor now. Over to Carla, left open. Three's off the front. Kyle Smith with the rebound. And then loses it to King. Now back to Smith. Teardrop is good by Jacob Hayes. A 5 here in the fourth.
Really nice aggressive play. Bobcats need more stops.
King gets Johnson off his feet, and now Johnson fouls his fourth.
As you see right here, you're going to see it. Just attack Remy, and he with a little teardrop. Nice play. One of the things you're seeing is a size difference. Is the Bobcats' 2 best defenders, as King misses the first one, are about 6 feet tall. Lamar Johnson and both Jamison and Niehaus are playing much larger offensive players, and they can be inside them and everything, but they just have to rise up and go above them.
Charlie King splits him at the line, 13 tonight. Niehaus and a blocking foul. Lee stepped in late. Niehaus did put the arm out. Joe Kadich doesn't like it, but Lee did step in. That's his second foul of the night. Gersma gets past the defense, bumped on his way in by King, and it's 2 shots coming.
Nice job by Gersma to split that. Bobcats, you don't mind however you can get points on the board, and if the clock is stopped, even better. Down 11 with 5.5 to go.
Noah is the one charged with the foul, his third. Gersma at the line for 2, and the first one rattles in and out.
And
been a little bit of Gersman's bugaboo this year, just at 50%.
Yeah, that's where he's going to get better and better, I think, is from the line. This year it's been a struggle.
Can't get that one to go. Bobcats try to swipe for the rebound. Remy Taylor with the basketball. Up to Carla. Over to Lee. 3 from the corner. Lamar Johnson gets the rebound. Gersman trapped. Gets through it, but before that, a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. Cats down big on the road by 11 here on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
He's Dylan Doze. I'm Brandon Lewis. It's the Friday Showcase on KFJB-TV. Riders with an 11-point lead as Joe Kadich meeting with his team after that timeout called by head coach Mike Apple. But this is a team on a 7-game winning streak in the Roosevelt Roughriders. You can kind of see why. Boy, that defensive intensity has led to a lot of offensive buckets.
Well, and this is a big thing for Roosevelt is they have a couple really good scores no matter if you're doing the half court or full court, but they are getting a lot of free buckets where they don't have to be in half-court offensive sets. And that defense is smothering. And they have the length. They have the length on the perimeter. You have King at 6'5". Remy's at like 6'3". You look at Noah is up there as well. He's 6'7", 6'8". And they're all athletic as well.
Gersma driving inside out of the timeout. 16 on the shot clock. Takes the inside jumper. It's good. And the turnaround by Gersma's first field goal since the second quarter.
And this is where you really wish you could have saw this in the third, where there's a multiplicity of scores.
Carla drives in, misses the shot. King with the rebound putback. Free throws coming.
And that's Lamar's 5th foul.
Tough night for Lamar. No points, 5 fouls. He had a tough assignment tonight.
Yeah, and for the most part, you look at the numbers. King has 12. He has not gone off. I think Lamar's played him really well. It's just offensively, he put so much energy on that defensive end. There just wasn't anything there for him tonight.
Third game of the week for the Bobcats and Joe Kadich. As the ball was being inbounded, he calls a timeout. 4:43 to go at Roosevelt. 43-34, Riders on top.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, We've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcats trying for a comeback late here, down by 9, but Roosevelt has the basketball out of the timeout taken. King, jumper, catch and shoot, misses it. Remy Taylor skying for the rebound. Wow. He has some jumping ability that you and I do not possess, Dylan.
No, and they have been so good on the offensive glass. We talked about it pregame.
Oh, what a drive by Remy Taylor. That's tough to shut down, Dylan, 18.
And he's a right-handed shooter, but around the rim, he loves to finish with the left.
Bobcat offense is, in the second half, just looked a little dysfunctional at times because of that pressure. Gersma with a decent drive inside, but Lee kind of stepped in, got him off his mark, no good.
And Gersma on that, when he splits the double team, he's got 3-on-1, 3-on-2. I think you got to look to create for others in that point as well.
King's three is no good. Adam Boone is checked in. Got the rebound right there.
And I'll tell you why he's in the ball game.
Lamar Johnson fouled out. Smith, three, off the back of the iron. Remy Taylor snatched that one.
And that's where Kyle, a 1-on-3 shot, had Adam Boone in the corner. You'd like to see him drop that off because Boone's a capable shooter.
Now comes in on Jamison Niehaus, fourth of the night, down to 3:21. Kehoe drops it off for King, but Gersma catches him on the hand on the way up. Blocked the shot, and King going to line for two.
That looked clean at the top. That looked clean at the top. I think that's a phantom call.
King, second trip to the line tonight. First one is no good. He is 1 for 3 at this point.
Last couple possessions, Bobcats have treated it like they're down 7 with 8 seconds to go. They haven't been poised enough to make that secondary play. You get past a defender, look to create for others as well.
King makes the second free throw as he splits him at the line. It's a 12-point game. Gersma, right wing. Kyle Smith, three, pops in and out. Remy Taylor again, another rebound. He's got to have a double-double. Poked away by Boone. Oh, wow.
I thought...
They're saying Carla touched that last.
I thought Carla tipped it, but he was very shocked, so I'm happy to be wrong. Either way, it's Bobcats' ball.
Up to Hayes, down the left block. Nice move by Jacob Hayes. He's found a little scoring here late as he has 7 points in the fourth quarter, 10 on the night. Timeout on the floor. Riders on top by 10.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home.
Bobcats had a 21-19 lead at half, but it's been all Riders here in the second half, enjoying a 10-point lead with just 2:36 to go. Timeout taken there by the Bobcats. They just have one remaining in this one.
Yeah, that Anaconda Vice, they kind of put the Bobcats in. I think defensively, the Bobcats have been pretty good here tonight. Have struggled on the glass, but
Bobcats, not sure who that was. Might have been Brynjar Brynjolfsson. Young foul from over there on the far side as Bobcats wanted them to slow things down, extend this game out.
yeah, and this is interesting because they have not been super strong from the line here tonight.
Remy Taylor at the line for two. And the first one pops in and out.
And kudos to the Bobcats coaching staff. You don't usually see this 140 seconds, 2.5 minutes out from the end of game. They're extending it early and forcing Roughriders to lock it down from the line.
Remy Taylor misses both free throws, so still a 10-point game. Up court, Kyle Smith tries to pass it out to Niehaus. Almost tipped away. Adam Boone has it. Now to Gersma. He'll drive, look at a kick, finds Kyle Smith, a swat. Kyle Smith gets his own miss, and the layup from underneath won't go as Noah stepped in. Remy Taylor ahead, hangs on the rim, and couldn't get that to go.
Great job by Adam Boone.
Yeah, great job from behind to tip that one kind of away. It'll stay with the Riders.
And Adam didn't meet him at the rim. He met him at the floor where he could still get his hand on the ball.
A better shot down there.
Kyle had that really nice streak in the second quarters, but struggled most of the night.
Lee near side, left open. Adam Boone scrambling there late. And Frank Lee knocks down his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's a tough back and forth. Bobcats had multiple opportunities at the rim, missing, and then give up a three ball.
Adam Boone gets that one to go. The senior knocks down the shot.
And that's why he's out there.
King left wide open to answer, and he will.
King has not had a big night, but he's had 8 in the fourth. He's been big when it matters.
17 on the night, his third three. Gersma tries to answer. He comes up short. We're under a minute to go. King skip pass right into the bench.
Yeah, you look over at Marquise Harvey-Bell wondering what he did. Got clocked with the basketball.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Marquise Harvey-Bell tonight.
No, Noah's really been a difference maker inside. I really like him out there.
Kyle
Noah's
Smith,
a senior.
Off the glass, it hangs on the left side of the iron, can't go. That might be all she wrote here.
Yeah.
3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Really came down to Bobcats could only muster 39 points, but the amount of buckets Roosevelt was able to get in transition.
Taylor drives inside, misses, and the shot clock is now off. Jack Kehoe will dribble it out. What looked to be a promising night. As the ball goes into the backcourt, a little boo. Things get a little chippy between these two late, but that will do it. 52-39. Started out great here tonight. Bobcats had the lead after the first. They had the lead at halftime, but boy, Roosevelt kicked it up a notch in the second half.
Yeah, it came down to just pressuring the basketball and just eliminating passing lanes, and the Bobcats could not find any answer for that in the third quarter.
We head to the locker room report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. That's next. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Final score 52-39. Riders top the Marshalltown Bobcats. Roughriders now improved to 9-4 on the season. Bobcats dropped to 3-9. I know the losing streak now at 5 games in a row. How do you kind of keep your team going, at this point? 0-3 this week. You're going to have a few days off. Next game's on Tuesday.
It's going to sound crazy. I think we're playing better than we were going into
100%,
the break.
100%.
Yes, we had 3 wins, and this is not – I'm not saying anything badly about certain schools. Des Moines East, Fort Dodge are nowhere near the level of what we've played in January.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue isn't like it's – you get so close and then you lose. You get so close and then you lose. And you want that to instill in these young Bobcats a desire like, no, we're going to figure it out. We're going to go as hard as we can until we figure it out. Instead of, and we've seen teams in the past do this, get to like, let's just pack it in. Like, let's just pack it up. This is not our year. And you can see a lack of effort. Tonight, I didn't see any lack of effort. I actually thought it was one of our best defensive performances as a whole. It just, we ran into a buzzsaw and turned the ball over way too much with their defense.
Leading scorer tonight for the Bobcats, Kyle Smith with 15, 10 for Jacob Hayes, 3 for Adam Boone, 7 for Gersma, and Niehaus finishes with 4. As Lamar Johnson didn't have a point here tonight, and he did foul out. Meanwhile, for the Rough Riders, it was Charlie King and Remy Taylor's show here tonight. Charlie King with 17, Remy Taylor with 18. And, boy, he's a real difference maker. Remy just looks like he's even a touch better than he was a year ago.
Yeah, and he's a really interesting matchup, especially at this high school level, because he sits 6'3"-ish, and Marshalltown just doesn't have that athletic of a wing to put up against him. So he's pretty good off the bounce. So as he's bigger, he can get people on the glass, but out on the perimeter, he's got enough wiggle, enough bounce, and good balance to get to the hoop that he can go around anybody. So he really became a matchup issue and even knocked down a 3. But really, I think a lot of that, Roosevelt was able to get second chance opportunities and get buckets in transition.
Roosevelt Roughriders will take on Ottumwa coming up on Tuesday night, as now they're on a 8-game winning streak so far. 52-39, our final. We'll name our Bobcat player of the game when we come back. This is the Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Time for our KFJB-TV Player of the Game, presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say, Dylan.
Opa!
All right, our Player of the Game tonight, Jacob Hayes. He finishes with 10. He had 7 points in the fourth quarter alone here tonight. It was a good finish for him.
It really was, and the defense was keying in on Kyle Smith. You would love to see that a little bit earlier in that third quarter, but Jacob rang the bell. He was there for it, had a couple nice drives to the buckets with the floater, knock it down, and then knock down a big three as well.
That's our Opa Grill Player of the Game. Jacob Hayes receives a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown. We'll visit with head man Mike Apple when we come back. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Back in on the Locker Room Report, our post-game chat with Coach, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Coach, you guys won the first quarter 9-8, had a 21-19 lead heading into halftime, but boy, Roosevelt, they're now on an 8-game winning streak. They really turned it up a notch there on you defensively in the second half.
Yeah, that third quarter was kind of the deal breaker for us there. We just had too many turnovers where they were getting layups on the other end. And that was huge. Just gotta figure out ways to not turn it over like that and take care of the ball better and keep doing what we were doing a little bit, and we would have been just fine. And that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about this team. The effort is always there. I mean, you had really close games on Monday, Tuesday, and tonight. You played really well in that first half, and then throughout the night, the defense was pretty good here tonight as well. So what's kind of your message to your team to not get your head down and maybe look at that record so much as into the progress that is being made? I mean, Jacob Hayes had 10 here tonight. He finished with 7 in the fourth quarter, so definitely some positives to take.
No, there is. You can't fault their effort tonight. I mean, they gave great effort. They played extremely hard. It's nothing to do with that by any means. I thought our execution, our game plan was great, and our guys understood what we were doing. These last 2 days in practice have been great as far as preparing and understanding what we wanted to do, and we did a great job of it. So there's nothing there that really, as coaches, we need to be upset about. I mean, it's just a matter of we have to figure out ways to take care of the ball, be stronger with the basketball, and those are obviously things we need to work on in practice. And it's just a little challenging sometimes to emulate that with the guys we have, but it's all right. I mean, we can live with that. as long as they're giving their effort and playing as hard as they can, I mean, that's what you're asking for.
Quay Noah came into the game, didn't have the stats that lit the world on fire, but it seemed like his 6'8" frame was able to get out there, especially on the defensive end, get some guys off the mark. Was that a little bit unexpected, or did you think that he might come in and kind of disrupt things with that size?
Yeah, no, based on film, he's been playing a lot. Between him and Four, they kind of switch on and off, in and out of the game. And Zero really, he worried us more than Four, to be honest. Just his length, and he plays hard, and he disrupts a lot of things. And he's a little more of a threat offensively. He's got a little more skill. So, that's tough when you got their length and their athleticism, and it makes it hard for us sometimes.
What was the thing at the beginning of the game that Gersma had to come out? Was he? I wasn't sure what we were both wondering what was going on there at the beginning.
He had his compression shorts, I guess, can't be a colorful color.
Oh,
and,
God, okay.
The refs were all worried that if somebody watches, if the state watches this, they're going to get in trouble. I mean, it's just.
Who knew that KFJB-TV would
there you go.
All right. Well, thanks for the time, Coach. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night as you guys will host Mason City. Thanks for the time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. That is the post-game chat, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
At Tyler Fishong State Farm, we are M-Town proud.
For us, M-Town proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking,
diverse,
genuine,
kind, and passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
One final time back here at Roosevelt High School, as coming up, our next broadcast on Tuesday night is the Bobcats will host the Mason City Riverhawks in a girls-boys doubleheader. We'll have coverage starting at 7 o'clock. That's one where Bobcats are looking to turn the tide, when they went to Mason City on a snowy, blistery night and kind of got ran out of the gym in that one.
Yeah, Mason City's also better than they've been.
Yeah.
They battled Ames really well. They've won some big games. This is a good Mason City team. Bobcats, but I feel if the Bobcats play like they did tonight, like they've done in spurts this week, I think there's a very good shot that the Bobcats split the doubleheader, get a victory Tuesday night.
Well, thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew here tonight. On camera work, Keith Stewart, Lakin Eastman, our producer on site, David Braga. For Dylan Dose, I'm Brandon Lewis. Bobcats swept here tonight on the Friday Showcase. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.